There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshitter.
I'm John, and welcome to Sleepycast. Is this some new season kind of thing?
Yeah, it is.
Brand new season. John, what do you? John, let's give you a little bit of a plug if you know what I'm talking about. What do you do, man?
Well, there's not much I do, and don't make fun of that now. That's a funny word and all, but we gotta be serious.
I'm giggling just thinking about that one.
All right. YouTube.com/JonTron Show, or you could just Google JonTron.
You're the YouTube guy. I love your videos.
You're night gag. You're a funny night gag.
I was on the GIF. In the Google images.
You're a funny reaction boy.
Okay, so yeah, that's who I am. You may know me from there, or I used to be on a show called Game Grumps as well. You may know me from there. What's with the owing? It was a part of my past.
A Jewish man
You're gonna get in trouble.
Middle Eastern man's place. What a surprise! What a big land grab surprise! All right.
Oh, what, John? What'd you do?
When you put it in that terms.
John, what'd you do? Play games? What do you do now?
What's that? What do I do now?
What'd you do with Game Grumps? Play games? What do you do now?
Oh, well, I've been... What the fuck are you asking me?
Sorry, Corey had a stroke. Let's call fucking paramedic.
Corey was looking at me, looking deep into my soul.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, well, that's that. Why don't you introduce yourselves or whatever the fuck you do?
My name is Zach Boy Genius. I make all kinds of crazy videos. I do like crazy shoe videos.
Boo!
Let's see your fucking shoe
hey.
videos, faggot.
Fuck you. Yoda? Is that you?
Don't even be started.
You don't even try to hide the voice or anything.
C-Boy's
Yoda.
getting sassy, and I'm not. Uncle Zach's really mad. Uncle Zach has alcohol in his breath.
Zach, put your belt back on.
Uncle Zach!
You were a great Yoda.
You wanna know what these gloves are for?
You were the Yoda that I always
You
wanted.
ever had a doctor check inside your asshole?
If the glove fits.
Yeah.
Do you wonder why I got a doctor degree? It wasn't to be a doctor, dude. It's to finger boys and not get in trouble.
A doctor degree?
They pay you.
I went to doctor.com and clicked a button and I can finger boys legally. That's the fucking law. Get over it, dude.
If you were a doctor and you stuck your fingers up some guy's butt, you'd write him a prescription that says more fingers up your butt.
I say come back for the daily dose of my finger in your ass.
Let me ask you something. If a doctor, if he fingers boys as his job, do you think he still enjoys it when he goes home?
I wonder if they get off a little bit, they're like, oh, the boys are like, ooh, that's a little bit cold, isn't it?
You think he's got to have a very special little boy.
Do you think if a doctor has thicker fingers, they're prohibited? They're not allowed to do that?
He got sausage fingers.
Yeah. Hey, bring in bone fingers. This guy's got a tight asshole.
I don't know.
We know what fucking
Bone fingers?
John, see, now I'm all curious though, because you're talking about like if a doctor has to do it, is it still fun? I mean, like if Jared is giving his children a bath, is it still fun?
Oh my god!
I've always thought if we're talking about boys being fingered, I've always thought that doctors.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we're talking about that, if we're on that subject.
I've been waiting 5 years for you guys to talk about boys being fingered. Now's my chance.
They have
take like half an hour to
nice
start talking
40-year-old looking hands. There's none of this extended sausage fingers. They're just polite adult hands.
My point is, if you're a doctor, you have really thick, naturally fat.
You're not allowed.
Would you want the big fat clammy guy going? Oh,
no, you don't. You don't have the fat clammy guy with the big sausage fingers.
You'd want the
handling
fucking.
butt.
You want a Holocausto to finger you.
Yes.
Did you say Holocaust?
He's a superhero.
Or does he have fucking skinny finger?
Skeletor. He's got little bony finger knuckles.
Fucking maniac!
Alright, but what would you do? What would you rather do? Have the big chunky one or a skinny one with a sharp fingernail?
Depends.
Yeah.
Do we get like a
snap it
different kind of treat? Like, do I get a sucker with one and do I get a candy bar?
Hold on.
No, same treats.
It's not a bank. You don't get a sucker after you get fingered coin.
Actually, when you go to the doctor and you get your fucking anal exam with a finger, they give you a sucker and
Motherfucker,
kiss
I
it before. Fuck you!
That's a magic trick. He pulls the sucker out of your ass. It's a double whammy. He's like, yeah, there you go.
No, he pulled the quarter from the back of my ear.
John, I had
Your uncle was not a doctor.
I had a finger ass. I don't know if you know that's real.
I know.
I shipped blood back in like January. You can watch it.
Yeah?
Click episode 13 of this podcast. I shipped blood. What a crazy thing to happen. I went to the hospital. I was like, hey, am I dying? And he was like, let me finger you first. Fingered me.
So you just put the finger up the ass?
Yeah.
I literally made it sound like that. I was like,
what did it feel like?
I think I said holy moly. I'm not sure. If I recall, it feels
What, in Arabic?
Feels like a
You're like,
fucking-
Seriously, it feels like, you know when you wipe your ass, you're like, ooh, that felt kind of tingly.
No.
Imagine that keeps going, and it's like, oh,
It's not like that.
what do you mean? I had my ass fingered.
They
You
look
retard,
at
what are
a
you talking about?
Exact-
They put on a rubber glove, they go, and
Zach.
then they put on lube, and it feels like there's a big slimy
Dude,
shit
I'll tell you what
going up your
happened. I
ass.
felt the pressure on my ass. Like, he showed me one of his hands, he showed me the other one. I said, Doc, what's in there? And he smiled.
Zach.
And he said the doctor will be in
Zach,
shortly.
He showed you one hand here, one hand here.
Yeah.
No hands, no
Yeah.
hands.
No
Strictly on
hands.
hands.
Doc, what you do with
That's
that third hand? Where'd you get a third hand, Doc?
Yeah. Then he showed you his cock, and you were like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, his cock comes in
Yeah.
your purple holding more papers, and you're like,
now I'm really confused.
yeah.
Real question, beep, beep, beep. Retardo Ugo says, this is a real question from this guy, I don't know why you make your username that. Honestly, you're probably a real life freak. I don't know. Dude, honestly, just kill yourself, because no one even wants you, dude. But the real story here is this. He asks, what happened to the other episode of John? Let's explain that for a second.
Did he put
He attached a picture of himself. I don't know. Look at his tits. Look how weird they look. Isn't that gross?
Not that bad. What, do you got better tits?
I don't have better tits, but look at this guy's tits.
I mean, his well, it's sort of like his name.
He's got an open heart surgery skull. He's like 15.
What, his name?
What's he got?
His name set up, you know, a big expectation for how
His
Ricardo
dad's in the
Ugo
back.
he
His
would
dad's in
be.
the back. He's hovering over him. His cock is out, dude.
His dad just looking disappointed in the background.
John, here's the real question.
What?
Well, first let's answer this one. So you little golems out there, you little freakazoids, keep asking, what happened to the JonTron episode? Well, we recorded it. It was myself, John, Niall, and Corey,
Yeah.
and it was vile.
Well, you're actually going to talk about
I'm
it.
just gonna go into a
We
second.
might air it. I don't
We
know.
might have.
Because
look.
I did read on conspiracycast.com
Conspiracy
that it was because JonTron punched Niall in the face.
Punched my girlfriend. Yeah, I couldn't believe
And
it.
that's why we
I
never
couldn't
published
believe it.
that episode.
His girlfriend.
That is
So we're going to talk about
definitely going to become a thing now.
Thank God.
No, it was just. Well,
Can I say?
We just got to talking. It was a little dark, and
Yeah. So that's the answer. So stop asking, you little fucking. You know what?
Stop
I'm
giving them
talking to
eyes.
you. I'm talking to you, dude. You know who you are right now. Look down. Look at your stomach.
dude, he fucking he knew. You know,
Do you
his-
really think that second cheeseburger was worth it? You little fucking.
you know he had a drop in his stomach. He knew you were talking
That
about
made one
him.
guy scream just now. I
One guy's
guarantee
probably
you.
eating a second
He just-
cheeseburger.
He just like no, really, keep idiot.
He was like about to take a bite of it, and then he
I just
said,
stopped him.
"You know, it's on law of averages there."
Have you seen those videos on YouTube of buff guys being like, yeah, you fucking doughy piece of shit, look at me. Look how buff I am, look how fat you are, you fat doughy piece of shit. And it kind of hits home sometimes where you're like, yeah, he's pretty buff, I do feel bad now. You click out of it.
It's never happened once, dude.
It's happened to me
That's
a few
just you.
times.
How the fuck you actually?
Are you looking that up? How do you
No, that's
still
my
that?
point. I shouldn't feel bad, but then I'm like, wow, he's pretty buff. I guess I am a loser. I'll quit
How
out.
did you find this? Did you look it up?
No, I remember it was on like it was on some
muscle
forum.
humiliation, dude.
Yeah,
I
muscle
was looking for hot
Say it.
muscle dudes.
.com.
I was looking for hot muscly man, and then I found that, and then I felt bad. I
You know,
clicked
there's
out.
some guys that actually get turned on by small penis.
That's what I was
humiliation.
about to say. That is a fetish I don't understand.
I don't get it at all.
It's like there was this artist that I was a fan of, but he had this I don't know the name for it, but it's like small dick humiliation
Small
fetish,
penis
where you
humiliation.
have like a big dick and a small dick, and it's like the girl likes the big dick and laughs at the small dick.
Yeah, I saw
And
this,
that's it. It's millions of pictures of the same concept.
I saw this one blog once where these people were sending pictures of their dicks like, "Don't be too harsh," and she's like, "Fucking small, you fucking idiot," and he's like,
Yeah.
"That's not. I'm not kidding. That's the whole thing."
Is this like an extension of the guys who like to have their balls stepped on with high heels?
Yeah.
The guys
I mean,
It's
no,
like
it's
a
a little
mental
different.
version of that, I suppose.
Yes,
It's, I guess it's same like family of
yeah,
fetish.
just humiliation.
Yeah.
Some kind of
There was when I worked at a strip club. There was a guy who came in regularly, and all the girls really liked him because they never actually had to dance for him.
Just insult him?
They would insult him, and then in front of everybody. And there were a few times when he got a little disruptive. Like so long as he wasn't too disruptive.
Mick, yeah,
Call my dick small?
Well, no. What would happen
little
is
disruptive,
he would
he
actually
says.
pay them to like do things like make him lick ashtrays and stuff.
Oh.
But there were times when like other customers would get like kind of uncomfortable, at which point they'd kick him out, which I think he actually was okay with as well.
Because he liked that as
He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
the
don't kick
scene.
me out. It's humiliating."
Exactly.
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
He goes outside, his fucky's already coming while he's falling.
No, don't kick me out. Oh yeah.
I think that's like a crossed like neuron connection or something.
I
Or
wonder
do you
he's probably
think
just
there's, like,
he's probably some kind of Melvin kid who grew up and made people made him look ashtrays and he got up to that somehow, like he hates himself or something.
But like,
That's usually how
look,
it
I hate
starts.
myself plenty. I don't want someone to tell me.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at an ashtray and
That's
public?
usually how it starts. Like, you know, the people who eat shit.
Yeah.
when they
What?
when they were young.
Hold on, Corey.
Corey, back it up.
Yeah.
Back it the fuck up. No, you can't skip past that.
Oh, there's a lady on the internet
Back
who
in high
sells like
school.
shitty brownies. She's like, yeah, I make the best shit brownies, and make sure to buy them. And then there's these reviews underneath the webpage that are like,
Too nutty.
yeah, they're like, I bought these. These are the most delicious shit brownies I've ever ate. And it's like, thank you
Is
so
that
much.
actual feces?
Yes.
I
She has
think-
pictures of her
lady?
taking shits on brownies.
An old lady?
No, she's a nice young lady.
Are we
Oh,
really
young
as
lady.
smart as we
Brown.
think we are? As
Yeah, I know, right?
as a race.
I guess that's the only downside.
It's the horseshoe effect. We've gotten so advanced and so smart that we're starting to loop back
Yeah.
to just like, how
Wonderful.
stupid can we possibly be and still survive?
Wonderful shit brownie, a little salty.
She sells all these different shit things. Like she'll sell just like actual little like
Can I say
little bags of shit.
It's baffling to me. Just if you step back and look at Alien, right? The range of humanity is so fucking severe.
Yeah.
Like on one end you have like theoretical physics creating nuclear bombs landing on the moon. And on the other end you have a lady selling shit brownies. It's such a vast like range.
I love no.
She
It goes
sells
even
them.
further. It's not
It
just
goes
a lady
further.
selling
She
shit
sells
brownies.
them for $80 a
Yeah.
pop. I'm
It's-
not, I'm
You
not,
can
They're
make your
selling
own shit brownies.
and then there's the people who buy those brownies
The people-
and eat them and then review them publicly on YouTube.
yeah, no, but the worst part is how polite they are. They're like, they were very delicious. Thank you so much. It's like, why are you talking like that? You just ate
People
shit.
have shit between their teeth dripping on the keyboard.
I don't know.
and
I
smiling
mean, what could possibly be going through their head?
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. Is it like some kind of switch neuron thing? Like, I know some people say
It's-
that like foot fetishes
No,
actually
it's,
comes
it's,
from
it's exactly like
your
these-
pleasure center in your brain being close to your feet.
foot area?
So- yeah.
Oh, really?
So sometimes it gets crossed, which
Part
makes
of
it
the
a very
foot
common
brain,
thing.
the foot-shaped part of your brain is touching the.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
It's like it's like if you ever go to boards, right? For instance, if you've ever gone to a board with images and people who like I'm not gonna refer to a certain like Red Chan, but if you go to one of those places, there's like boards. Like if you go to Guro Chan, for instance, it's a place where people talk about stuff where they're like, I didn't really like this image. I didn't like the color of red they had for the blood. I prefer a more darker tone, so it kind of sets the mood.
Was
And
it
people
pure
are like,
blood?
yeah, I agree with the OP, and then they're like more darker blood, and they like have like reviews for pictures and stuff, and they're just completely polite. Like, you know, they eat their fucking greens and veggies.
Pay
and
their
they're good people, they
taxes.
pay their taxes.
Yeah.
But it's like how they act, you would see them and they would just be like you and me, but they would go upstairs and look up like fucking like dogs getting their heads cut off. They're just like, yeah, that's
It's just weird. I mean, I
good
guess.
color.
I mean, I guess in the same way
Can I-
as
can I
like
tell
all
a-
fantasy stuff.
Everyone has a little bit of a little bit of fascination
Well,
with
of
the dark to
course.
some degree.
Of course.
With
Like,
what?
just the fascination of like the dark. Like you don't like it necessarily, but when we were writing Starcade, we'll get to that later. When we were writing Starcade,
What is it? How does?
can I tell this story?
Oh, you mean like when?
Yeah. Chris was trying to sleep, and
Yeah.
he walked out, and it was like 5 a.m. and John and I were in dead silence.
Let's get. Okay, the backstory was we were writing Starcade, me, Chris, and Zach.
It was 4 a.m.
It
We
was
had
like
stopped
4 or
writing
5
for
a.m.
hours.
Chris had gone to sleep like 5 hours ago, or maybe
Right.
like 3 hours
At a
before.
good reasonable hour.
Yeah, at a reasonable hour, and like we were just like being too loud because we were. You can.
Chris stumbled out of the bedroom like, what are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
he stumbles out.
And we were watching like the thermal footage of ISIS guys, little ants like being exploded. And we were just
Like,
watching. We were
yeah,
it's like 2 hours
Yeah,
just
like
watching
the
this.
like the helicopter machine gun where they're just like and go.
Yeah, woke me up.
They still like running around like ants.
And fucking Chris just is like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Who watches ISIS getting fucking like shot?" And he's like, "Okay, can you turn it down?" Or some shit like
I'm a
that.
party pooper. I'm sorry.
No, it was funny. It was just like we were being loud.
Fucking loud.
Chris, I'm the same way. Like if I heard like laughing and screaming, I'd be like,
Now, wait, what were you guys loud about? Were you laughing
We were
and
laughing. It
screaming?
was just the
No, we were dead silent.
It was the volume of the TV. It was the okay, go get these. You know, it was that noise.
and you're just like, we have to turn this to full max
I
volume.
recall you
to get
guys
the full
screaming
effect.
loud Arabic.
we were because there was like the part. This is pretty dark.
What? Say it.
This is really dark.
Well, what part was this?
There was the one part where
Oh, the guys praying?
The guys stopped. They're all- Okay,
Wow.
because to be fair, and you have to be sensitive because a lot of times the
Hold
US
on, if you rape a 5-year-old with a knife in
Hold
Syria,
on.
you kind of maybe.
Hold on.
What?
A lot of times the U.S. targets the wrong people.
Not
with these.
intentionally.
No, I know, but so that's why it's like hard to laugh at. But that said,
Well-
this was an encampment of like ISIS baddies.
It was it was like these guys were like running very. I mean, you tell.
They all scattered when they see the machine gun shooting at them. But then like they're all trying to get away. But at a certain point where a few of them realize they're not getting away because this thing is just all seeing for miles. And they just stop and start praying.
And then bam, they just fucking.
And then the other guy stops praying and just runs away.
Yeah, it's the funny part. Then the guy, his friend stopped praying, and he was like, "Okay, fuck this, dude." You could see the moment where he was like, "Oh, God's not real." Like you saw, he would flood back. Oh no,
it's not funny, but you could definitely see in that moment he was like, "You know what? Fuck the prayers. I'm out of here, bitch."
Just the fact that like in that last like 2 seconds, he was like, "Oh, that was everything. The last 10 years was for nothing."
Yeah.
And it just in 1 second.
Everything, you mean all those people, they cut their heads off?
Yeah, because he was
and all
praying.
the-
You could see him lose his faith. He'd be like,
Yeah, you could see him lose his faith.
real.
I mean, he probably didn't lose his faith, but you saw the shit get scared out of him at least. It's really terrible, but
well, it's ISIS, not the nicest group.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to glorify the terrible violence, but it was some
I do
it was
find it interesting that there is a subtle hint of like almost it's somewhat apologetic to the like laugh about that kind of stuff, and yet on their end it's something that's celebrated and shoved in our faces, and yet having a reaction to that is something that we can't like. We're supposed
I'll
to
say
feel
this.
weird about. Like,
what do you mean?
I think.
Well, if they're going to show us videos of their shit, and the fact that if we have a response to that, whether it's disgust, shock, or even laughing, humor, or something like that, why should we ever feel ashamed about our reactions?
I think I'd make this. I think the correction is not. And I don't believe this, but I think the point is when you're laughing at anything like that, it's not that you're celebrating their deaths, or that you're not saying, you're not negating the fact that their deaths are good.
Of course.
But I think the argument is you're laughing at the gore and the violence, and maybe that's the wrong
the
thing.
ridiculous nature of it.
Like
Well, I
people were like, "Oh, why are you cheering for Bin Laden, Big Dad?" It's like, well, I'm not happy that the way things were concocted,
Sure,
maybe,
sure.
but like objectively, you took a guy out who killed a lot of people. You did good, objectively, killing Hitler or killing Bin Laden or whatever it is, or you know.
What I think is that
Right.
Being a country like ours, I think that the reason that we get farther without violence is because we're so averse to violence that we even want to give our enemies a second chance.
Sure.
And I think that speaks for the way we do things culturally in America.
Of course.
So I think that's why, even though we don't want to glorify our enemies getting killed, that said, it's so weird to see these people be dogmatic and kill us for those reasons, and then in their last moment be like, "Fuck!" It's like, all right, come on, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a fucking like holy war,
Can I say
stick
also,
with it.
What an interesting time we live in, where I mean, besides the ISIS videos, which are by the way in HD, perfect HD.
It's crazy.
Perfect. Russia put out some videos. They're not as like that, but Russia put out videos before they did the airstrikes, before everything else. Have you seen this? It's HD footage of the Russian ship from the Caspian Sea, I think, shooting the cruise missiles.
What do you mean?
There's HD footage of a Russian ship shooting missiles.
Yeah?
Did you see this?
No.
It's perfect HD. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's just, I don't know. It's super fascinating to see, because when you're used to war footage, you're used to World War II, Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's bizarre to see
yeah.
perfect HD ISIS video. Like, for
terrifying.
example, the Saddam Hussein was executed in 2005.
Yeah.
The only footage has like a cell phone video that's
Yeah,
like
it's cell
2
phone
pixels.
video.
You can't see it at all.
Yeah. Actually, all the Kiev stuff or the Maidan stuff.
Yeah, the Ukraine
All
stuff.
HD,
Yeah.
amazing
That's what
shit.
it's on
amazing
par with that.
shit.
Yeah, the whole Ukraine thing was in perfect HD.
It brings it really to like. It makes you feel like you're right there. Too.
Chris was actually the opposite when I was doing this. We live in another.
I remember that.
The other fascinating thing besides the HD footage is the live streaming. People live stream now.
Oh yeah.
Back in
Periscope it. Well,
back in
fucking
the-
revolution.
it was pretty much
Here's
on par with
Revolution.
that. Back in November of 2014.
Yeah, we were watching
September,
that in the
November.
office.
There was a live stream from a Ukrainian apartment window, just with an apartment, streaming the Kiev airport. Or no, the Donetsk airport.
Yeah.
You could see the sky would light up.
Yeah.
Just light up in the middle of the night. It was just you could hear war. It was live streaming.
Yeah, you can hear like little.
Yeah, you heard scream supports.
Yeah.
Fucking
You
Wilhelm
also
scream.
when Israel invaded Gaza, I think around there in 2014, whatever that was, summer 2014, they live streamed that too.
Yeah.
And you can see the distance. You can see smoke rising in the distance. It was just live streamed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fascinating.
It's pretty crazy. I think it's interesting that people still find that violence is the best way to solve these things. Still, after all
Yeah, I
we
was
know,
thinking
after
about
all
this.
we've seen, after all the documented.
Every time I think about this, I come to one conclusion. That's like basically that like, and not to be pessimistic or like edgy, but there really is no hope. No. I'll clarify my point.
Now, yeah, follow that up with
seriously,
something.
Seriously, right? Before World War II, everybody was like, the world's too good, it's too advanced for anything bad to happen again. The war's not going to happen. That's why Hitler was appeased. But you could just have one guy who just feels like doing that. If everybody in the world right now completely
this one
disband their military, completely disbanded their nuclear weapons,
Yeah.
it takes only one guy to
Sure.
be like, you know what? what is somebody gonna do? Stop me? They just do it.
Yeah.
Like Vladimir Putin's a good example now. He's not a Hitler, but he's just doing shit. He just feels like doing it. No one stopped him.
Yeah.
And no, it's just you could just do that.
You know what baffles my mind is that with all these technological advances, do you guys ever watch the news occasionally?
Every day.
Okay.
So I keep current with world events, but I don't watch the news.
Okay. So at the very least, I've seen some highlights here and there. I don't sit there and watch CNN 24/7, but I will say this. How is it that with all the technological advances, I feel like, when they do those interviews with like people, they're like on the scene in Iraq or they're on the scene in Pakistan, whatever it is, that the latency is so bad now. Like when they try to talk, they're always talking over each other, like a bad Skype call or a bad Google Hangout.
Yeah.
And it just boggles my mind because when I was a kid, I remember they were able to have these conversations just fine before. They were able to talk to people across the world somehow. I don't know how they did it.
It got worse, you think?
It's gotten worse, hasn't it?
I was watching a Donald Trump interview. It was Trump.
Do you know what I'm talking about,
Trump
Zach?
Tower talking to Bill O'Reilly,
Right.
who I think is also in New York. At the very least, he's based in LA or something.
Right.
And there was like a 4-second delay.
Yeah.
Where Trump would say something and then it would be cut off by Bill O'Reilly.
And they're just like talking over each other, like, oh wait, no, you first. Oh no, you first.
Could be all the HD inputs, HDMI's and shit like that. I don't know.
And they're trying to find a cheaper solution or something like that, or
I would have, you would have thought they would have gotten rid of that.
not enough people watching the news. Their budgets are cut.
Speaking of the news, do you guys ever feel like reading the news is the best way to ruin your day, kind of?
Yeah, news is.
I actually don't like reading the news at all.
Like,
No, it glorifies
news
bad
sources
stuff.
have dissolved into.
It's
Hold on, it depends. Look, it depends what you're reading. If you're reading the local news, if you're reading guy in Philadelphia gets beheaded.
no, it's every news that does that though, like because that's what makes the money. They always focus on the shit, so it just makes you go, oh man.
Yeah,
well, I'm not supporting the news, but I think. Not to sound like an asshole, but I do think that I try to stay informed. I try to.
Of course.
No, not that it's bad to not.
It is
do
important
that.
to stay informed for sure.
Like I literally, my routine is I shower, I get my coffee, and I read the news for like 15-20 minutes, and just go through all the news.
Really?
Yeah, just
I don't
world
read the
news, just everything.
I do it like weekly because if I do it every day, I just want to kill myself.
Well, no, I feel like it gives you context of what's going on. So, for example, if you if a headline kind of T-bones your day that seems severe. I'm like, oh, that's not severe. I've been following this for like 2 weeks. No, this is just what happens. Like, for example, the North Korea thing is a good example.
Right.
About once every year in the fall, North Korea will make a nuclear threat that will turn the U.S. into a sea of ashes.
They'll make another video.
If you never read the
Michael
news,
Jackson in the background, about blowing up New York.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you never read the news and you see headline that says North Korea is going to start nuclear war, that does ruin your day.
Yeah.
But if you're reading the news going, oh no, they're not doing anything. Trust me, it's just a threat. I've seen this before. It's not.
I'll hear about it from like Obama if it's really serious.
But I'm just saying, it gives you context of what to actually.
He just gives you a call on your cell phone. He just texts you.
You heard what I said?
Yo,
Hey,
JT.
JonTron, this is going down right now.
But I read
Get out of New York.
I read my local newspaper for my specific neighborhood in New York, and also like some like.
See, I don't do that.
I read like the New York Post. Usually that'll give me.
I know it sounds really like shallow, but how I get my news sources is how common it is. I see it like
how what?
The most common it is, and then like when it's like you see cited sources, you're like, is this real? And then you see all these things.
So long as there's a hashtag in front of it, that's
Usually.
Google
Like-
News is pretty good. Like I just get the news tab on.
Like,
Google.
Well, the other thing too is you have to worry about bias.
happens,
CNN and Fox. And
I just don't.
NBC.
Honestly, if you look at newspapers from like 1900 and look at them now, it's the same shit, different century, dude.
Yeah.
What
I don't give a fuck.
I think the reason why I do it, read the news for like 15 minutes a day is because I try to cross-reference all of them. So, for example, I'll read something from... No, seriously.
Try to say it's a cross-referencer we got
in the
here.
sense where it's like, okay, if you read something from Fox that says this, and then CNN that says this, and then Reuters and BBC that says this, but if you read a few of the same things, you get a kind of... You kind of get the real story.
Yeah.
The bullshit kind of
How
cuts
do you have
off.
time to do that?
I mean,
Drink coffee.
Well,
drink
Zach's
coffee.
very interested in this shit.
Yeah, like I said, ironically, learning more about
It's
it...
depressing to like most of the people.
No, seriously,
it's so
that's my point, though.
I find it boring.
That's my point.
Personally, I find it boring.
It's boring and depressing.
it's a
Here's my
little boring.
point, though. It's only depressing because you read so little of it. If you read a lot of it, it becomes the opposite.
I knew it! Osama's alive!
There's like never nice news
Yeah,
though.
it's like war, death. I want like a supervillain to come and like start holding people
But
hostage.
here's my other point, too, though.
That's what I want. That's the
Look,
news I want.
it does. There are people out there who like Stanford, for example. Love the guy, but he doesn't care about the vice president or the president or anything.
Sure.
like that.
I don't either.
But my point is, it does affect you. So, for example, right now, Obama's reaction not being good enough to a certain political side might warrant that side being stronger, bigger voter turnout, which will affect that party's president being in charge, which will affect laws that affect you. Higher taxes, lower taxes, different laws with like social like stuff. It does affect your life.
I mean, it'll affect me, but then I'll get the heads up, and I'll be like, oh, my life's affected.
My point
now.
is, you can prevent it, or not prevent it, but you can at least be informed. Again, I'm not talking down or saying you shouldn't read the news or
Can
something.
we talk about the meat of prior? Zach, you said something that you said Kansas hates Missouri.
I said,
I don't want to have a fight, guys. This is gonna get really intense. I know how serious you guys are.
I defend my town, state, country.
I don't hate Missouri. I'm just saying people from Kansas hate Missouri.
One of those.
Corey, you suck.
Look,
You know,
for the record,
Missouri sounds like misery.
It
Yeah.
does.
it's very
Have you
true.
ever
It
seen
is.
It's called
Missouri?
Missouri, not
Can I
Missouri.
Can I say? And
Y'all might have weird accents.
Kansas is literally the most boring state in the.
It's a square in the middle!
It's literally a perfect square, dead fucking center of the country.
really?
That's no exaggeration.
You ever had a
You guys
friend who's
have
just
corn.
fucking cookie cutter boring? He made Kansas.
They
You
could have
guys
made a
have
circle
corn.
or something. What?
You guys have corn. You have
With
one of
wheat.
the biggest, like, fucking
wheat.
hoo-haws for Halloween. The
Our,
biggest
our
cornfield
state
hoo-haws.
flower is the fucking sunflower.
Is it for real a perfect square?
It is.
It's
flat
got a little
as
notch
fuck.
in the top right, but it's pretty much a square.
Dude,
Do you know what Missouri has?
Water people.
Kansas is so boring that when fucking Dorothy saw something not boring, she
was like,
said
"Oh."
we're not in boring anymore.
I
saw something
actually-
slightly more than not boring.
I
be
made
fair, it
a
was a
road. I
Christmas
went on a
movie.
road trip and I wound up in Liberty, Kansas.
No fucking idea where that is.
Liberty is.
Where if the state, if you're in the state, is the top right, top left, bottom left?
You
top
know,
right?
I don't know what quadrant or what right angle it happens to be occupied in, but I will say this. I believe it was Liberty, Kansas. I hope it's Kansas, otherwise people are going to fucking crucify me. But they did have a thing for the Wizard of Oz, like a little Dorothy thing there.
Well, what else do they have going?
They had miles and... No, I didn't see any corn, but I saw miles and miles. That's why I was so confused, because I saw miles
Maize?
and miles of cows.
Whoa.
And it was ass
Before or
to face.
after dead?
All alive,
Oh.
but they probably all wish they were dead because you could smell this from miles and miles away. We didn't
Really?
even know. We thought there were dead animals in the car. But then finally, after like 20 minutes, we passed by what looked like an ocean of, like a rolling ocean of cows that were literally ass to face packed together. They literally must have been shitting in each other's faces because they were packed.
For
Like the
real?
human centipede of cows, but for feet, like miles of fields.
Liberty for everyone except cows.
Yeah. No, but I will
That's
say that they
ironic.
had a mean double Jack and Coke, and they had a really great liver and onions.
By the way, Kansas, despite what you
Liver
say
and
about it,
onions.
despite the fact that Paul Rudd is the only thing to come out of Kansas in the last 500 years, is the fact that they have very good barbecue. That's
yeah,
right.
no, meat. I think
Yeah,
they do meat
yeah,
very well.
very good, yeah.
You ever just
Speaking
behead a
of-
cow?
Speaking of things
Wait
that are on the
the
way
deal.
to other things.
Yes.
Any of you who've ever spent time in the great golden state of California, the great
Yeah.
dream state.
Which, by the way, for people who don't know, John is from.
Yeah, I am from California.
California.
The great dream state,
Is that why
the
you're so
gold
tan
rush.
all the time?
That's what. No, that's my fucking Middle Eastern blood. You goddamn racist.
That's the snake venom through his veins.
Yeah.
Him hissing.
If you drive from LA to Las Vegas,
Yes.
halfway through there's like an alien jerky place where you can get
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Is it
best.
Roswell? Is it New Mexico?
It's not Roswell. It's somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Mexico?
I think it's on the way to.
I know what you're talking
Vegas.
about.
They sell
Hot
beef
sauce and
jerky.
jerky. Hot sauce and jerky.
Yeah, and it's maybe the best beef jerky I've ever.
Really?
had,
And the
ever.
hot sauce.
But it's
is
shaped like an
Did
alien.
they tell you
tried
what
that.
kind of meat it actually
Hold on,
is?
but it's shaped like an alien?
Yeah.
It's alien.
No. That's just like the brand.
But they say it's an alien?
because it's alien because it's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Is it beef?
They have. I think so. There's all sorts of different kinds. I mean, like there's so many different flavors. Holy, just hot damn it! We went that one time together.
I don't remember.
You don't remember when we all went to Vegas?
That was the alien place?
Yeah,
Remember we stopped by
What's
the
that
jerky
hot
place?
sauce measured
I
as?
remember we saw.
You were there too.
Yeah, what do you measure
we
hot
went
sauce?
together.
Yeah, we went.
I completely forget.
What do you measure hot as? Like, there's like a term.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
it's
Oh, the
capsaicin. Yeah, Scoville. The Scoville.
He really wanted to get that one out.
No, but
Scoville?
because when I was in San Diego, Scoville units, but
Scoville.
or something like that. But when I went to
Scoville.
when I went to
Scoville!
bingo. When I went
Jared
to San
Fogle.
Diego, there was a hot sauce bar, and there was something called Da Bomb, and it was in a glass case. And when I bought it, it was in a tiny little vial. But when I bought it, I had to sign a waiver
Oh, dude,
that I would
DeBomb?
not sue them if anything fucking happened.
Did you hear
My
what
God.
happened with the bomb? There's like some
It went
thing
off
where they
and-
like.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for this.
There was like I think it might have been a thing, but there was like a school where they put it in the chili.
Oh, well,
And-
that would cause a lot of ass
it
bleeds.
has the same amount of hotness that they put in pepper spray.
Oh, even more. And the thing is, it's
Yeah.
like you only need a tiny little bit. But I remember, like, if you get really drunk, you do stupid shit like pour hot sauce on things, and like I'd get like a halal platter of lamb or something. I get really drunk at like 3 in the morning.
You've been to Halal Guys in Midtown?
I've been to almost all of them.
Right, but do you
yes.
know? No, but do you know Halal Guys, the one that says we are different in Midtown?
No.
6th Avenue. You've never been there?
Not the weird different one.
That's like the fucking halal of all the fucking. I'm serious. Like this place.
See, I'm going to the halals in Astoria.
In Astoria? Okay.
So there's some pretty legit halal in
Lou,
Astoria.
I'm not saying your halal's not legit. I feel like we have a bit of a Queens Manhattan rivalry going on.
No, it's fine. I'm not going to go there with you because I'm right and you're wrong. But I will
Fuck
say,
you! I was gonna say I want to try your Astoria ass shaved.
Yeah, but I already tried it all. So that's a good call.
Whoa,
No. I was going to say we've been talking about New York stories as far as the food, but I heard there were New York stories that involved you guys.
The context of this is we all decided it was a good idea to go to Barcade. It was myself.
Yeah, we went to St. Mark's.
John, Chris, Niall, and Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there was a Barcade, and right above that is a karaoke place.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect mix.
They know what they're doing.
So we had a few beers. Corey had more than a few. I think I had one or two.
Corey had more than a few.
We all pretty.
I had a shit ton as well.
Good at buzzed or drunk.
I kept bringing in bottles of wine and soju.
No, that was at the karaoke place. After we went to karaoke, and while this was going on, John's ordering Long Island's for the whole class.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bringing it up
dude.
for the whole class to have.
And let me tell you something, John. I was already like.
Corey was dead already.
I
can't
came
tell
in
when
and
you guys
sat
are
down,
drunk.
and you got Long Island. My eyes lit up because I love Long
Yeah,
Island.
there was a part where we were all just sitting there going, "Ha ha, fun! Let's go home." And then you were like, "I got Long Island," and you gave them to everybody. And was like, "Oh."
And
I'm sorry,
That happened. What? 2
When I
times?
get
And then
when I get to partying, I just become a raging alcoholic.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing, so after like 3 rounds of Long Island, probably 2 or 3, and also on top of the beers we already had. I looked over at Corey, and Corey was a big smiley boy the whole time, but his face changed, and everybody else was staring at the screen.
I didn't notice anything was wrong.
I was looking at Corey; he was looking at the ground,
It's
and
that
his mouth was
sensation.
open.
It's that sensation you have where you know something bad's about to happen, and suddenly all the fun.
Apparently Zach saw that sensation.
It's like if you were hearing.
Me and Zach did. We
Yeah,
looked
no.
at each
If you
other.
were hearing
Corey,
a song,
Corey said, "I'm gonna
everything
puke."
just gets quiet, and you just hear your heartbeat. And you're just like, oh no, and then it hits you.
And I saw Corey, and he was looking at the ground, and he didn't puke. Puke leaked out of your mouth. It just came out. It just
No, it was like. Bah.
What's weird is too. It's like when someone turns off the music, and then it's like, everything comes back in you. And you're just like,
Dude, that happened to me
I'm
once.
fucked.
That happened to me once when I ate a weed edible.
A weed?
When you ate a weed?
A weed edible.
You ate a weed?
It was
ate
in like
drugs,
Venice
dude?
Beach or something, and we were like playing some Smash Bros, and all of a sudden everything went.
yeah, dude,
It's a shitty feeling.
It's terrifying, and I hated it because
Yeah.
afterwards, and right when I got up. I left because this was way before, and I went out there and I sat there. The Asian guy was kind of looking at me while he was cleaning. Yeah, and I was just sitting there looking at the ground. And then I got up and went back in and sat down. And then I'm like, okay, I want to leave. And then right when I got up, you came back in with a big thing of wine. And you're like, let's party!
John literally walks with a full bottle of wine.
Full bottle, dude,
At that point, I was so fucking gone.
So we all say, okay, we need to leave right now. Chris.
Yeah. Actually, I noticed something was wrong.
Yeah, I was trying to be the responsible one. I was trying not to get drunk, but I was still getting very drunk indeed.
Chris saved my life.
No,
I was about ready
we'll
just
get
to
to
sleep
that.
with a homeless
Wait,
person.
this has to be time to order, okay? So we're signing out of the. No, you came with the wine, right? We all get even more drunk.
I noticed that you guys were like getting done with it because you're like, yeah, we just can't drink that.
No, I was saying over and over, I was like, John, we need to know when to stop.
No, you
here.
kept saying we gotta go,
Yeah,
we gotta go, dude.
Yeah.
I was saying that because everyone was
you're having a
falling
bad
apart.
streak.
You sound like a kid whose parents went to get home with a
I was trying to be the good
cat in
one.
the hat wrecked your fucking house.
Look,
You want to fucking say that? From the end of the story, which I'm not going to give away, it sounds like Chris actually was a little in tune to what the fuck
I was trying
gonna
to be,
happen.
but this is the point.
Sounds like
He
he
was
kind
too
of
late.
saw
I'll
the future
explain
a little
why.
Would have been fine.
No, wait. So let me tell this one part, right? So we're still like, okay, we gotta get it. And then John comes in with more drink. We're like, fuck's sake. So we all start drinking. Corey goes, bat, all over the floor. And we're just like,
I didn't notice.
yeah, no, me and Zach were like, what? And then,
No one noticed.
nobody noticed except for me and Zach. And then that's when I was like, we have to go. And then that's when I pushed you guys out. We were all in the main area, right? And then we were
that is
trying
a
to
bit of a
sign out. We were
Melvin
trying to
there,
go
but
for that nice Asian boy.
I gotta tell this part because this is my
You and
favorite.
Zach did something in the boys' bathroom.
Whoa!
Oh, okay, so yeah, we'll tell.
I don't know this part.
What do we do in the boys' lounge?
I'll explain. So while Corey and Chris went to go to the checkout, I was like, I have to take a piss. John was like, so do I. Now this is one bathroom, like a locked door bathroom.
One
which is
bathroom,
fine
two
because it had a
guys.
urinal and a toilet, and they're facing away. But Now I was like, I have to go pee too. We're like, no, there's only...
We're telling him this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're like, no, we can't. There's only 2 places we can pee. And so we go in there, and he pisses in the sink. In the sink!
Oh yeah!
Well, you and I piss in the fucking responsible adults.
I completely forgot he pissed in the sink.
Wait, you guys like responsible adults were crossing streams into the toilet.
Separate into the room. Separate into the room. Still at the floor.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Now
face each
piss
other.
in the sink. That's
he pissed in the
right.
sink. He's like, don't worry, I'll just piss in the sink.
God, now everyone's gonna know exactly where this now piss sink is.
He's a piss sinker.
Sink pisser.
Sink pisser.
I had nothing to do with that.
He's a pig sisser.
I had nothing to do with that sink piss.
We were innocent. We were bystanders.
Although I
in the sink
did
piss.
find it very hilarious after the fact.
So we go into the lobby. We see Corey. His eyes are widening. His eyes are dilating.
I gotta tell the Corey part because it's the one
Please
part I remember.
take it away.
My favorite part of the night. We're fucking signing out this poor fucking Korean
$800
boy.
bill. The fucking super
Was it-
large bill.
Was it like $800 bill?
It was like 400. I think.
It was a large bill.
400,
This
50,
poor
70.
Korean boy is checking us out. We're all just fucking drunk up our ass. And I'm just like, he's like, is this everybody? And I'm like, no. Our friend back here, I motioned to Corey. He's standing in the back corner, fucking dead in the eyes. And as soon as we all look back, he just goes, and fucking barfs straight onto the ground.
It was like a movie effect.
I look back to the fucking Korean kid to see what his reaction was. He's just deadpan, looking directly at me.
There was no effort. I literally just got up and went. I didn't
tap
even
into
move.
that Korean kid's head, it would just sound like an ear-piercing tone.
Chris was
Just
fucking.
like he's just totally out.
Yeah.
Fucking Niall came in and he was like, he's like, all right, I cleaned it up. I cleaned up this mess, and I'm like,
and you went,
yeah, and then I was like, no, there's still puke in the other room, and then we just fucking left.
What were you saying? What? When we left
Oh
the
my
place,
God.
we got 2 separate cabs.
So
right?
what cab was
Me and Corey.
John, Nicole, and I. We got one cab, and then Corey, Niall, and Chris got the other cab.
Okay.
Now John lists his address. We got home peacefully. We forgot to give you his address.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, so what happened was Corey was lost. He was in another dimension. His brain was out. It was done. So I was dragging Corey around like a little child through the streets of New York.
I was apologizing.
And I was trying.
I felt so bad.
You weren't. You were going.
And then you were like,
and I was.
you were like, this is the best night. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I was
Chris.
having a
Like,
good
this
time
is
because
amazing.
I was taking care of you, right? And when you have something to do while you're drunk like that, you're like, I feel like a king. But when I brought you over to a taxi cab, I was like, Corey, I finally got a taxi cab. Please come over. And you're like, oh. And he got into the taxi cab, and I was like, we don't have an address. Shit. And I tried calling John. I tried texting him, and for some reason he didn't respond for a while. But while we were sitting there in the cab, you were
They
like,
were back at the apartment laughing.
They were back to the apartment.
Wait, you didn't just go straight back to my apartment?
No,
Why?
look, I'm gonna try to get through it. Me and Corey were sitting there, and I was sitting on the other side. And I was like, okay, I'm calling John, and Corey's like, all over the back of the taxi. And I was like,
Oh, you barfed in a taxi?
yes, right. And I was like,
They hate
oh,
that.
for fuck's
They
sake.
hate that.
So right, and then the guy's like, my taxi, get the fuck out. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir. And we both got out of the taxi.
Hey?
That's the thing. I was like,
It's just like, I got 20
he's like,
bucks.
you must pay me. And I was like, how much do you want? He's like, $30. And I was like, no, you're getting $20. Like, I can have this clean for $5, but I'm in a hurry. So here, I gave him $20. And then we went over to a store and Niall ate a sandwich. And we got another taxi.
That's
and-
right, you went to get sandwiches.
Yeah, we got sandwiches, right? And I was
Chris,
like, yeah.
If somebody came up into your bedroom and just puked all over your bed,
I didn't do it.
Hold
A
on.
fucking idiot. Here it is.
A taxi cab is not a bad.
If somebody puked all over your desk and your floor and your bed,
Yeah.
how much would you expect someone
I'd
to
be-
pay you to
$20.
just walk away from it?
Look, okay.
What are you gonna pay a hobo
The thing
$5?
about-
We'll get to that, Chris. We'll get to that.
Hobo, use your
We'll
spit
get
to
to
clean
fucking
it.
that
Think
later.
about the back
We'll
of
get
it.
to fucking day 2 with you, Chris.
Listen, the back of a taxi cab
Oh,
doesn't have
yeah,
pens
day 2.
or paper or little work things. And
Okay.
they're leather and they're plastic, so it's easy enough to clean or spray up or whatever.
The-
I will say I would not like if someone did it, but I didn't do it, and I paid for your mess.
I do.
'cause I'm a good boy.
I appreciate that.
But anyways, when we finally got another taxi, Corey was like, the entire way, and I was like, Corey, if you puke, I will fucking kill you. And he was just like,
windows are for.
I'm about to puke. And I was like, Corey, if you fucking puke, I will kill you. So we arrived, and the second the door opened, all over the side of the, he got out.
It's
It was
still
like,
there, dude.
Thank God, right? He puked all over the side.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, hold on. Before we say that, because
Yeah.
it's
He
really
bedded in the
weird.
concrete.
In the second
Somebody's car.
taxi, I remember getting into the taxi and immediately the door opening, and I'm like, wait, am I leaving? But I was there. I blacked out in the taxi, and then when they stopped the car, I woke
Corey
up.
was in another dimension trying not to
So
puke.
the puke was formulating in my body, waiting for me to become conscious again. And when I was, immediately when I opened the door, I was walking and vomiting all the way up to your house. I puked 4 times up to your house.
You were like Iceman.
I was fucking puking on doors. I was puking on animals walking by. I was fucking vomiting everywhere, dude.
You
Sidewalk.
I can't believe how much you can puke.
Now, from our perspective, we were eating sandwiches in John's nice cozy apartment.
Yes.
Completely beautiful cab ride, watching TV.
I know. I wasn't that drunk.
Drinking champagne, looking at the stars.
Now you know their side. Let me tell our side. We got in the cab.
Yeah.
We get there pretty all right.
Yeah.
We ordered sandwiches, but do you remember what you said to me when we got home?
No, I don't remember.
Let's do shots. He pulls out a fucking bottle of gin. I took one. I was at the point that he was just.
Guess I'm an alcoholic.
These guys stumbled with the fucking sandwiches. Like, when did you guys get sandwiches? Like, I don't know. We all lay down. I didn't puke. Kristen puked. Mel didn't puke.
Wait! Now, before you say that,
I will make no accusations, but I will say this.
I passed out. Immediately when I came in, I saw a bunch
this
of
is
clothes.
Hold on, guys. This is the whodunit part of the.
Immediately, this is the Guess Who Clue edition. Okay, I fucking came in and immediately passed out on a pair of clothes and fucking water. If I would have puked,
like a dog, dude.
I just immediately.
So Corey's
Mr. Corey in the living room.
Wait,
no, Corey's not the
on the dirty clothes with
we
the
were
Subway
all
sandwich.
in the living room. That's the thing, right?
Hold on.
We were all in the
Corey,
suspects.
I don't think Corey was the culprit. Corey passed out next to he wrapped like
I'm the dog in
like a
this.
drug college girl. He wrapped his body around the water.
He did go to sleep right away.
Yeah.
Immediately passed out.
Okay.
Chris, Lyle, and I slept on the couch. I did not puke. I had zero urge to puke
Says
at all.
you.
Yeah.
I did not puke.
Yeah,
And I'll
says
expla- and I'll
somebody's a
explain
little
why.
too.
Look,
Doth you protest too much,
jumping
Zach?
to
Let me
accusations,
talk,
and
let me
you're the
talk,
one who's
Let me
talking.
talk.
Whoever smelt it, felt it.
Yes.
I removed my clothes, put them on a nice pile on the ground,
Instantly
went to
puked.
bed.
Oh shit!
Went to bed.
Puked
Woke
and
up,
then put it back down.
went to get my clothes, lifted the clothes. Somebody had puked on the floor and
yeah.
put my clothes over
Yeah. Somebody puked on the floor and put your clothes, and that's why at first we were confused. You picked it up like, wait, why is my clothes
I was
pukey?
like, it was not me. I did not black out at any point. I remember everything 100%. So it was either Niall or Chris. I don't know who it was.
It was not
You
me.
did puke, but you did
Hey,
puke though.
Chris, wait.
Didn't you? You did
listen,
puke though.
I'm getting to that. I fell asleep on his amazing electric recliner, and then I woke up and there was puke all over at my feet, and I was like, "Oh,
That's right.
shit.
And there was puke at your. Oh yeah, I woke up the next morning and there was just a pizza of puke.
There was
right?
pizza puke on my feet,
and I just
yeah.
we kept trying to isolate the puke by putting it in bags and tying it, but then like every now and then
smell
we'd
would
smell a new fucking like draft of it, and we're like, where's that coming from? There was puke all over
Did
the
you guys ever see
apartment.
Snake
Hold on,
Eye?
I forget exactly what happened.
This is what happened,
No.
right?
I woke up the next morning and I went into my bathroom, which
No,
is down.
let us tell it from the beginning. I went and you and Nicole were about to go to sleep.
Sleeping.
We don't have to include that, but whatever. So
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. It's
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just saying, but I was like,
We were
I
about
went
to
into you and
sleep.
it's like, someone's in the bathroom, can I use your bathroom? And you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Somebody was in the upstairs bathroom. So my room it has an open like my room. My house is like a duplex. So the bottom floor is open to the top, and
Yeah.
somebody was using the bathroom. He comes down the stairs to use the bottom floor bathroom because somebody was in it. He goes in there, and
Yeah.
then I think you went to sleep.
Yeah, I went in and I left and I was like, good night.
Yeah.
I went upstairs.
Oh yeah, I guess you didn't even. You fucking weasel. You think I wouldn't find out?
Yeah,
The next morning I come upstairs and I'm like, who fucking puked in my bathroom?
It was
and when?
His bathroom is like 2 feet by 2 feet, so the entire floor was covered in puke.
Yeah, he puked.
And so,
No, but
so
wait, no, it gets better.
Yeah,
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better. I don't remember how this happened. You might remember, but you were trying to clean the puke, but instead you flooded the toilet so the water came out, filled the entire bathroom, and sloshed your puke around it with puke water.
the bathroom was. John, when you get really anxious, you do this thing where your whole body just shuts down and you stare and you say nothing, and you're like, dude, my fucking bathroom's just filling up with water right
Yeah,
now.
it wasn't stopping. It
And
was
it was,
like,
it was literally filling up.
what?
You're like,
What do I do?
You just get really quiet. You just shut down. You're like, dude, my fucking bathroom's just filling up with water. And it was his bathroom was filled with Chris's puke. And Chris and I were like
It wouldn't
red-faced
stop.
laughing. We were crying laughing. Well, John was like,
I wasn't
hyperventilating.
fucking laughing. I was fucking. That was the most.
I was in
tense.
fucking tears, dude.
I was
shit
so
ever.
stressed.
I was really stressed.
I was
The
on
worst part, it was the
sidelines.
worst hangover ever, and now I have to fucking defuse this one
No,
situation.
and the thing is, I wasn't trying to be a dick and make you clean it, but I was like, Chris, I can't, or I'll
Yeah.
puke into it.
I didn't
So
want you to.
no, like honestly, had it been anything else, I'd be like, I take care of it, dude. Don't worry
I
about it.
didn't want you to.
But I wasn't like being like clean it up, but I was like, I can't. I literally can't because I'm
I
like,
don't know
I'm
how I
squeamish.
did it.
I'm squeamish to puke.
I'm really squeamish
So
too.
but it was your own puke, so
I
not so
know.
bad.
I-
Did
no,
you
it's- yeah.
realize the mental image?
No,
This entire evening.
Here's the worst mental
It's
image.
just like this haunted house.
It was.
Of
It was
just
a puke. It was
this.
vomit.
It's
Hey.
It's under the couch. It's on the floor. It's under the clothes.
Nick, it was real,
It's in the
dude.
cushions. It's in the bathroom. It's leaking on the floor.
you're
It's
stepping
pouring down the
This
stairs.
is not- that's
It's
not
in
the worst mental
karaoke
image.
place. It's in the
Nick,
cab.
Nick.
It's on the sidewalk.
Mick, listen. You think the mental image of a toilet spewing puke or shit onto puke and mopping it up is bad, right? I had to chisel dry puke out of the cracks of the floor with a plastic spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, that's gross.
It was
fucking
fucking
nasty.
disgusting. It was the worst.
I'm really squeamish to puke. I don't really.
I hate it. I vomit. That's why I was like. That's why I looked like I saw a fucking ghost because
Really?
puking is one of the things that terrifies
Oh,
me.
okay.
How
I
do you
didn't
not
notice
get
that.
like?
I hate
How do you
puking.
not get sympathetically sick to your stomach just looking at these guys?
What do you mean?
Based on your fucking
I
experience
will
with all of
say-
them in your house, your whole house smelling like a fucking vomit train for a
John,
week.
I remember that like, you would just we cleaned up. We fucking like we
We were cleaning up for like 3 or 4
Like
days.
a
even
murder
still-
scene.
even
Like you
still,
chopped all the body
It was
parts
bad.
together.
It was a full-on
Even
bender.
even
Yeah.
still.
Well,
bad.
no, it's kind of like puke near me. Shame on you. Puke near.
What are you
me
talking
again.
about?
Shame on
What
me.
is this? Is this a stroke?
Yeah.
What's that saying? Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me
Yes.
twice, shame on me. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But we mentioned that we talked about the cab driver freaking out. It triggered a memory.
Why you fuck do that?
Yeah,
why you fuck do this?
We should
What
talk
the
about.
fuck is this?
We have some very good cab stories. One particular
Yes.
was. This was insane.
I gotta do the impression of the guy because I've got it down perfectly.
so
So
yeah.
we
So
were like in Union Square. Where were we?
we were taking a cab to go get some food. I think
We're going to Barcade.
it was.
we
Yeah, we
going?
went to Barcade. It was Nikki.
We were?
Yeah, it was Nikki and I, you and Nicole, and we got in a cab, and it was around the same time where that story broke of the video of the guy shooting the news reporters.
Yeah, in
see that?
Yeah.
like Virginia.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like POV video of some crazy guy shooting.
That's
Yeah.
Shot the
scary as shit.
reporter. Yeah,
Right.
live or whatever.
And so
it
we
was.
get in this guy's cab, and
I was in the front. Okay, the cab was like a sedan Camry type cab. I was in the front. Them three were in the back. Nicole, Zach, and Nikki were in the back. I was in the front, and he was just when we first got in. He's a Korean guy. He's just fucking catatonic. I mean, just fucking tonic. Taxi driver,
Yeah.
Scorsese, catatonic, whatever.
something unleashed. There's something inside though.
Yeah, well, I
Something
honestly,
wrong
a lot
with
of those cab drivers just look dead inside, so I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. So, anyways, he's going along, and then I think at some point you or I mentioned the video, or I don't know.
Oh,
what
it was on. You know those little the taxis have the little screens in the back.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that. I was like, isn't that horrible? That this guy. It's so weird how that could just
Yeah.
happen.
I
And
was
then
watching Jimmy Kimmel.
and then I think I said something like, oh yeah, like this he was like, what happened or something, and
Yeah,
I
he was
like,
asking. He was quiet.
No, I remember because it was so exact. You said something like, man, he just shot him right on camera. And then
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
from his catatonic
Yeah.
days, he fucking springs up and says, oh yeah, he shot him. How he shot him? And I was like, what? And he was like, oh, he shot on the camera, bang, bang, how he shoot? And I was like, yeah, he shot, what do you mean, dude? And he's like, there's a brain, there's a blood, how you shoot him?
No, he didn't.
He did.
Real.
He was like,
For real.
can you see the bullet? There's
Yeah,
the
you
blood
see
come out
bullet,
the-
you put a blood and brain come out? And I was like, yeah, dude, like, you didn't really see it. Like, he just kind of, like, shot him a couple times. He's like, oh, he's probably, he a gay or something? He gay?
What?
Yeah. And then, okay, now I, at this point, realized that we have a situation on our hands.
Right.
Actually, everyone does.
And so I did what I do best. What
Fucking Zach, of course, fucks with the guy while I'm sitting next to him. He
Well,
goes,
Zach like, oh yeah,
no,
brains
this is
everywhere.
This is what I hear come from the back
fucking
seat.
do it, dude.
This is what I hear from the back. Yeah, dude, I heard he's fucking gay. Yeah, I heard he's gay. Fucking egging the guy on. He's like, oh, he gay? They saw a news report. He gay? Yeah, dude, the fucking news report said he's gay. That's
I was
what
like, yeah, it was like a love triangle. I heard he killed because there was a gay love.
no,
He's
no,
like,
he said it's a love triangle. Probably he gay and she gay. He
Yeah,
love her
yeah.
and he love him. How else it be?
yeah, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. How'd you know? He's like, I know it. I
Yeah.
know it.
No.
And John,
And then-
John freezes up, and he can just—he's looking.
Yeah, and then fucking all I can. Okay, and then he says in Korea that's how it happened. He's like, let me give you an example. He looks at me. He's fucking not looking at the road. He's just hand on the wheel looking at me. He looks at me. Let me give you an example. I come to you and I say I fucking stab you. I kill you. Oh, you fuck my wife? Oh, you fuck my wife?
And JonTron was like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, dude, I don't know what I'd fucking. I guess I'd go crazy.
He's like, what did you do if I say you fuck my wife?
Oh
I kill you?
yeah. He's like, what do you do if I say I fuck your wife? Huh? You come, you stab me right here. And
JonTron was like, okay, I think this is our spot. We fucking. I swear to God, and we walked fucking the rest of the
we
like 4 blocks.
We stopped like halfway through the ride. I'm like, and that's it, dude. Oh, look at that. I said 8th Avenue. I meant 6th. Dude, that was one of the scariest cab rides.
I don't know if you want to tell the story.
Like, did he already know like the destination? Or you just like, oh.
He did know. I just told him to let us off. There was another cab driver story I had though.
Yeah.
That was a personal one though. I had this one guy who was just like, I fucking hit you. I sent you to the hospital. And he just kept fucking doing. And it was weird, dude. That was one of the weirdest cab
You
drivers.
know, I kind of understand this whole
Talking to
taxi
himself.
cab. You know, like one of those medallions costs like almost $1 million.
It used to. Now it's like $600K because of Uber.
But still.
going down.
Yeah. But still, that's a big chunk of money.
It's absolutely insane because they what they do is they lease the medallion. The guy who owns the medallion is sitting at home fucking in his house or penthouse just fucking chilling.
Was it you or somebody that was mentioning there was some dude where like he like inherited like 10 medallions from
Oh my God, you'd be
something
rich for
like
the rest
that,
of the
and the
time.
guy like never worked another day in his life.
Yeah. You buy the medallion, then you just lease it out. And these guys, then basically these guys lease the medallion from you and the car, I believe. Car from somewhere else.
Somewhere. But
Medallion to show
Explain to
you're a
non-New
cab
Yorkers
driver?
what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Medallion.
The New York City taxis have a thing. If you ever see the thing punched in the front, it's called a medallion. And it's basically a license. But there's like only a limited number. So they have like basically like a stock market, not stock market, auction house for it kind of thing. And it's really kind of fucked up, and it's not really a good system. I think the people who drive the taxis, there might even be a middleman between the medallion owner
I'm
and
assuming there has to be some like leasing plan,
There
like
is.
a payment plan or something.
There is.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I've seen a lot of really terrible jobs. I think being a New York City taxi driver is one of the worst, most soul-crushing, lowest-paying jobs I've ever seen. I don't know how anyone does it. It's a terrible system.
And anytime they have, when they have a fare where the people seem kind and nice, just half nice,
Right.
all of a sudden it's like it's like the clouds just part, and they feel like they can talk and they can be themselves.
They actually are very nice a lot of the time.
Absolutely.
But they have to be so... I've seen people... Were you with me when that lady stiffed?
Which stuff?
Remember that lady was like, I can't pay... in a cab?
No, I don't think so.
You weren't there?
Why were you in a cab with her?
No, I wasn't in a cab. She was getting out of a cab that we were going to grab.
Oh.
And she wouldn't pay the guy. And they can just lose a $20 fare.
Yeah.
And it's like, you already have to pretty much be perfect to make even a meager living.
Exactly.
I don't know how they do
You
it.
can't really do that with Uber because Uber it doesn't allow you if you don't pay
Uber protects them.
Well, if you put like a canceled credit card in, you can't. It says pay this before you get another Uber. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it has ways around
Uber
that.
actually Uber's not a better service necessarily because I like hailing a cab.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The NYC commission needs to fucking.
I'm surprised that they even allow Uber in New York.
Well, that's the
considering it is
thing. They
such a
tried to
staple.
stop it.
Well, in Taipei they did.
I think
Uber
it
was around in
France,
Taipei for a while, and the Chinese were like, "Fuck you, we're gonna turn you into dumplings." Fuck off.
To be fair, I don't know what to think about it because Uber's one of those things where they're offering a better service.
It's a
for
better service for
price.
cheaper. Yeah.
Better service, and you get to see where you're going. Like you have a direction.
I think
The
they-
overhead is so low. That's the thing. They don't have to buy $1 million medallion.
You know what's
And
crazy?
it's good for them too because I have guys. They always say. I've had so many guys who say like, "Oh, I'm retired. I just turn this on when I feel like working. I turn it off when I don't feel like working."
Yeah, you know
That's
what's
all it
crazy?
is.
One of the only times I was ever like politically conflicted was this. There was a point when Uber was trying to stop NYC from crushing them, so they offered free Uber rides to like City Hall to protest it.
Okay.
But I was thinking about it. I was like, on one hand, I love the iconic NYC taxi. I like hailing them, and they are what I would prefer to see over Ubers. But I was like, no, you can't just squash competition.
It's a
because
democracy.
It is.
Right.
So I actually voted, I wrote the senator, governor, whatever the fuck. I wrote somebody and I said like, don't squash this competition. So as much as I do like the NYC cabs,
Look, it's
they need to revise their system. They need to have their own Uber.
If you want to beat Uber, be better. That's all it takes.
That's all it
Just
takes.
be better. That's
Me and
it.
Zach and Corey were in LA and we got in a cab and we were supposed to be going to the airport. He took probably 30 right turns.
Yeah, what is
Corey
that?
and Chris were the back, and I was like staring at the windows.
He might have been trying to scam you.
And I remember
he
Chris-
was.
He was. Remember, Chris, I turned around. I said,
I remember. Yeah, I was.
What did I say to him? I said, look.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I know.
I caught a cab driver. He tried to take me. I asked him to take me to fucking Brooklyn. He took me all the way out to Jamaica or some shit. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? He turned off the meter. It happens sometimes.
Jamaica?
Queens. Basically, Jamaica Queens. My point basically is that sometimes you just have to tell cab drivers, like, I know what you're fucking doing. And then they're like, oh shit. They turn off the fucking meter. Like, I don't know. Like,
it's just easier to do, especially if you got a cell phone. Unless you're stupid trashed. In which case, they kind of can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But if you have your cell phone going and you've got the maps too, you can be like, oh, well,
I
what about this route?
always
What about
call
that
Apple.
route?
But the thing is, Uber is like infinitely better. Uber is like people like you and me, pretty much.
Yeah, good.
They're good. They're good.
Have you guys noticed this like weird inside job where every Uber guy's like, do you use Lyft? And you're like, no. He's like, here's this fucking car. It's way better than Uber. That's happened like 20 times.
Lyft is good.
But a lot of times Uber guys also work for Lyft. They're like, Uber sucks. It fucking stinks. Use Lyft.
I like Uber.
What I like about Uber is everybody's trying to, it's like somebody's trying to sell you something. Like you get in their thing and it's like, you having fun? I have a water cooler.
They always
here.
have the water.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what I have a really funny.
But that doesn't always. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
But
I just had a funny story about Uber.
It's a small thing, but I remember when we were going to Mick's place. I don't know. I think it might have been my birthday. Yeah, it was my birthday. I was going to your place with Lexi, and was there someone else with us? Oh yeah, Doodle. Doodle was with us. So we were in the cab.
Shout out to Doodle.
We got in the Uber, and the guy kept stopping, and he was like, he had a smile on his face, but he kept turning, and he was like, I drove 19 minutes to get you guys and stuff. He's like, I drove 19. We were like, yeah, okay, dude.
Oh yeah, tip me, please.
Yeah, he said that like he. I swear to fucking God, he said that like 5 times. He was like laughing, like, 18 minutes to get here for you guys. But eventually,
He accepted it.
and see, luckily Lexi knows how to carry a conversation with fucking anybody. So she just like, yeah, we really appreciate that. And she's like trying to keep him, and he's just like, I live right here. It's only 13 minutes away. 18 minutes. I was gonna get other person, but I come here 18 minutes because I care about you.
Fucking asshole.
But it's like, yeah, it's just like you get these people, you just kind of like feel like, are you trying
My
to
favorite part
tell
about
me
Uber is on the website it says don't tip these fuckers.
When I took the first 3, I was like, do I tip you? They're like, no, don't fucking worry about it. Just drive away. They don't accept tips.
I don't tip Uber.
They don't accept tips.
They don't seem to like want it.
I tried. They don't accept tips.
It seems like they keep the charge in mind and add a tip to
I think
it.
it's but it's still super cheap.
I think Uber actually does factor out to be a little bit. No, you know, I've taken Uber. I'll tell you the one thing Uber does that okay, like a regular cab service. Now this doesn't count for most cities. Only like really big like metropolitan cities like New York. Like hail service versus Uber. Uber has surge pricing.
Yeah, it sucks.
So
but again, that's very rare.
It's not rare at all.
They make you pay double to get more drivers out in the road.
Could be
Supply and demand. There's like
it is, but a hail service never has that.
There's very few drivers on the road, but everyone wants drivers, so you're gonna pay more if you want a driver. It's that basic kind of thing. But there's also controversy about that happening during like crisis, like a weather thing or whatever, like whatever's going on. But again,
how much do you want to not get swept away by these floods?
I've never had that happen though. I mean,
pay up.
One time I had to pay like times 3.5. It was bullshit.
Yeah, you can pay up to that much. I'm gonna get a beer.
Okay.
Also, another thing I kind of like about the whole, like, I know you can probably do this with a cab, but with an Uber, you can get, like, they have sizes of the cars. You can get an XL, like a long car and everything, and it's great.
Mick, have you ever been to Chinatown before?
Here in Philly?
No, New York.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
What are your
Both
thoughts?
Chinatowns.
What are your thoughts on Chinatown?
Well, there's 2 Chinatowns. There's one in.
Which was the one we went to, John?
The one in near the Lower East Side. 2 bridges.
Yes, you're still like on. You're not.
Have you been to this place?
Yes. No. The one by 2 bridges.
Yeah, there's
the Manhattan
Flushing
one.
and then there's Houston. Yeah, there's one in.
If you've been to this fucking Twilight Zone nuclear wasteland of a fucking shithole,
yes.
This fucking freak show. John was like, no, look, you know, Chinatown sucks. I was like, no, let's give it a chance. Literally within the span of 5 minutes, the freak show, the circus rolled in. We saw like 7 weird things happen within the span of like 5 minutes. Did you tell a story, John?
But you're talking about the Lower East Side in general, right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, listen, that's gonna spill over into Chinatown.
We saw some freaks.
No. We're not talking about the Lower East Side. We're talking about Chinatown.
Like the bearded lady in the
But
strongest man in the world.
also to be fair, you know that Peter Pan bus and the Dragon Express roll through there. So Chinatown gets some very interesting characters from all over America. But yes, Chinatown.
John,
Go on.
Explain the freaks we saw within the span of like 4 minutes.
Freaks? Well, there was that one guy who was walking across the street and he just kept going, looking around and going, whoo.
This guy was walking towards us and he went, whoo. And we all kind of were like, did he just who? And then like 12 seconds later, whoo. And he started getting more aggressive.
Yeah,
He started
and he looked at us and did it.
brisking his pace, getting faster, getting more aggressive.
Who's the missing link?
One of these people listening is going to be like, I'm from there and it's not so bad.
That was me.
That was me and I just have a tick, you asshole.
Then there was this remember the old guy, John, the fucking 80-year-old man?
No?
You remember the old...
Oh, yelling at his wife?
Yeah.
He was yelling at his wife to get across the street. He's like, you're going to miss the fucking bus! In Chinese, of course.
Yeah, but he was very calm.
I didn't know you spoke Chinese.
Yeah.
Very
That's
calm.
awesome.
I didn't. I don't. I just know. It's a universal language.
Universal.
There's a universal, you're going to miss the
How do you say
fucking
that in
bus.
Chinese, you're gonna miss the fucking bus. Get over it.
You could say, 你快一点.
Exactly was that.
公共汽车要走了，
Let's just see
你
what
会
was that.
迟到了。
That's almost exactly what we heard.
Shut up. Anyways, go on.
No, that was just a story. I was baffled with the amount of freaks we saw within such a short
Freaks, you
span.
call them freaks?
Freak
Freaks.
shows.
Not all of them are
Fucking
freaks.
Missing legs, fucking.
So far, your freaks are comprised of a guy who says who and Chinese people. So let us continue.
Well, I'll say this.
Yeah,
Not
Zach,
everybody
your
who's Chinese is a
lifestyle's so
freak, but
great.
who's a freak is Chinese. Okay, I'll say that much.
Okay, let me just say, I don't know where Zach's being a bit strong with the freak. They're not freaks, but there was some crazy shit that goes on in Chinatown.
Yes, of course.
I think like that's like a Twilight episode.
I mean, I think what Zach's trying to say is when we were down there, there's just it's this feeling of being out of place there. It's a little strange.
No, they're freaks. I'll say I'm sticking by freaks.
I'm not offended in the least. I'm just curious what the others were.
Can we talk about Jesus Christ being crucified on the cross for our sins, you fucking sinner?
No, you've already talked about it.
Can we talk about him having
nothing to
nails?
talk
And the
about.
conspiracy about the Jews and whatever.
It's no conspiracy. They're reptiles, you idiot.
That fucking 240p video doesn't count. This is garbage.
Those reptiles were hissing away.
No.
Slithering around.
No,
poking
I don't
Jesus.
care what your
Scream.
crazy aunt from the south says.
Zach, my mom. I don't know if you know this, but my mom has given me. She actually has it at the office.
You have
I
a
have 10 pamphlets. My mom's given me pamphlets on what she reads, and she also has given me DVDs
On reptiles?
on all that
I thought
shit.
she-
Your mom's a reptilian?
No, she's
No, I
given,
thought you could be like 10 scales.
she's given me DVDs on Christian conspiracies.
What conspiracies are there?
It's just like
you don't
pamphlets
wanna know.
on the
I want to
Pope.
know.
She told me this story. It was insane. She told me this story that Satan came out of the ground and
Like a potato?
and he basically had a child who was the Pope.
What?
If you were wondering.
The potato?
Satan came out of the. Isn't this a story for the Jersey
Satan
Devil?
came out of the ground and he made the Pope.
Jersey
the
Devil?
Pope was
Yeah.
made
I'm gonna step out after
to
that joke.
reset
That was,
religion.
What? The Jersey Devil joke?
no,
Are you talking about
I
the
went from
game?
potato to potato, and I feel like I need a timeout.
You think you need to be spanked for that one?
Dude,
I'm gonna
you
set
ever hear
myself
the? The Jersey Devil used to really freak me out when I was
Pope
a kid.
Tato did
I had a
it.
PS1 game called
Pope
Jersey
Tato
Devil.
did it.
Oh yeah.
What's the
was
Jersey
bad.
Out of the
Devil?
They also have isn't it the hockey team too? The Jersey Devils? I think
Really?
it is.
Anyways, go on with your freak show stories about fucking dirty Indians.
Well, that was pretty much just it.
Yeah, 34th and Madison, please. How about 34th and fuck you?
Has this ever happened to you? Recent Twitter polls revealed a horrifying 107% of all taxi drivers are terrorists. North Korean, Middle Eastern, Russian. Why gamble your life in a taxi when you could ride Uber? Uber is convenient, safe, and fun. It's fast, easy, good for the environment, hand-stitched from 100% dye-free hemp, packed full of essential vitamins, and best of all, every time you take a ride with Uber, Uber will donate $1 to help fight the war on terror. Uber. Download the Uber app today and get taken for a ride.
Wait, Can I smoke in here? Because I saw Niall smoking.
No, you can smoke here. You can smoke here.
Okay,
He's not supposed to. He just does.
I do it to be courteous.
he's not supposed to. He just does.
I step out to be courteous, but you can.
Okay, wait. It's like brain drain.
That's what he
You
gets.
play no sports now.
No more sports
So
for
I'm
that guy.
very curious, just because we've got some people here that have been on the internet. We've seen a few videos. We've watched a few gaming videos here and there. I'm just saying.
I don't watch any of the
So
gaming
I'm curious.
bullshit.
I'm just curious.
I've played the
You think
Nintendo
about the past,
before.
think about the past when kids wanted to be astronauts, firemen, race cars, all that kind of shit. But now,
Race wars.
you know for a fact.
You guys just still race wars? Like,
Beyblades, dude.
Guys, if you're white, black guy, you're
now they want to be vloggers, let's
I am
players.
genuinely curious. Now, first of all, this came from a discussion about whether or not on like the occupation day, kids are talking about wanting to grow up to be Twitch players or Let's Players.
Yes.
Now, hold on. We know that's a fact. Apparently, I've heard that is something that kids will stand up in a classroom of other kids and they will proudly announce that they want to grow up to be a Twitch or Let's Play.
Yeah, but
Right?
that's
Joy!
But what I'm curious about is when one of these major Let's Players or somebody tries to cash in on that and starts the first Let's Player University where people sign up and they take classes on how to make their thumbnails, what O faces and what scary faces they need to make. I swear that's going to happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's not.
They're going to make a lot of money.
Nick,
It's
can
not
I please
gonna
say-
happen.
Wait, can I tell you why that's not going to happen? Is because
There's already Minecraft High School, you fucking
Yeah, like
No, but
what else do you need?
Look, anyone who's a Let's Player don't want competition, so they're not going to teach you how to do it.
That's not the reason.
No, that's the reason is because it has like 5 years left tops. It's like vlogging. Vlogging is still around, but remember when...
But the bubble's gone, you're saying.
To be fair, though,
Remember
vloggers never made as much money as this shit.
John,
They did
can I
that.
use-
Philip DeFranco, I Justine,
Man, they're
fucking
still
William
making big
Johnson.
money.
They're doing
going
fine,
down
but
though.
Philly
the
D was
media-
never a vlogger, though.
But he
You
was
expand on like if you use like just say games as a medium for comedy or something to get into like comedy or reviewing or something like that. That's a good thing. If you get a good following for what you want, like whether it be Let's Plays, whether it be whatever, that's a good way
I'm
into
not
something.
shitting
Let me just say real quick.
Yeah.
What you were saying about that, I don't think it speaks to the format itself. It speaks to the people reaching other people.
It speaks to the other thing too. I think
Exactly what I was trying to say, just more eloquently.
The biggest thing, the mediums are not the problem here. It's not the Let's Play that's the problem. It really isn't. It's the mentality of this is an occupation that's going to be around forever, and this is permanent. That's the problem, and that's what that extends across all mediums on YouTube that had their 5 minutes of fame. Right, vlogging, like I said.
This one's had an
Let's Play.
extended 5 minutes.
It'll pass eventually.
Well, it's got a few.
But my
extra
point is,
strings
there's
attached to
nothing
it,
inherently wrong with
industries
those.
and
There's
stuff.
nothing inherently wrong with doing those things. It's the
You wanna
fact that
know-
these people get to those positions to go, oh, I don't have to think of anything in my future. I'll just do this until 50.
You want to know what
I'm not gonna do it
really?
till
You want to know what
50.
really bums me out about it? And I don't know if I'm just being like a total like hipster about it.
So-
But when I started with Game Grumps, and Let's Plays were already pretty big when we started. When I started with it, we were kind of like, I mean, I'm not gonna say the first because we weren't the first, but like we were playing like these old retro games from our past, and it was just like real.
You were definitely one of the first though, like
Yeah.
2011, 2012.
Yeah, it was 2012.
I remember specifically. I admired that specifically because all the things with that time were like Markiplier reacts to 5 minutes of
He wasn't even around
He
yet.
wasn't relevant.
My point is, all of it was that kind of stuff. It was that caliber.
Honestly-
PewDiePie reacts to.
Honestly,
to
when
Happy
you
Meals.
guys came out, there was only one other rivaling group, and that was Two Best Friends.
And they're good.
Yeah.
They're good guys. They seem to be funny.
But
as
it
fuck.
was like that
But-
was
but-
the only other one,
but-
and people
like-
compared you
Well,
guys to
well,
Two
hold
Best
on,
Friends.
I mean,
We were playing these games, and then like I felt like it was like really like trying to share my past experience with these games, but then it just got so like every day this is it, and it's like okay,
It's your job rather than,
it's
like, two
just
guys
like
playing.
it's just like okay, then you're just gonna exhaust this eventually. Maybe
John,
not. I don't know.
John.
Even if there isn't a university, do you see after the bubble pops?
Can I-
After the bubble pops, do you
Trump
see?
University couldn't make it. There's no way Markiplier
Fine.
University.
So after
could
the
make
bubble
it.
pops, do you?
There's
see
fucking
people who
McDonald's
had
University.
Previous Let's
Hamburger.
Play
Yeah,
fame
Hamburger University.
to then have those
What a
like
waste of time.
hotel conference room kind of like seminars to try to rope in like
No, not at all.
upcoming people?
Those people-
There's not going to be a Hitler. There's not going to be a Hitler Youth for PewDiePie. That's what I'm asking.
No, those people will take their those people will take their Let's Play fame and
You're not
transfer
gonna
it to
have a
Hollywood.
room. You're not gonna have a room where you brush your pink mustache. It ain't happening anytime
What do you think
soon.
of the YouTube genre of JonTron videos that aren't you ripping you up?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh God, what are you saying?
What's up with that?
Look, honestly,
Chris,
let me
Chris,
say about JonTron. JonTron, it's weird because it's like that angry video game nerd.
Yeah, but it
format.
has a
It's
style.
not. It has
a
your
style.
editing.
I'm just saying, that's like
Now
the,
every video
He
has
was the
it.
pioneer.
Yellow text with the black.
No, it's
Everything.
that crazy editing where it's like
No, you
zoom
can
in
keep
with,
it.
like, the-
Here, I'll say this. Here's something strange about that. It's like I did that yellow tick stuff a lot, and then when I started seeing it more often, I was just like, I feel like I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not. It's bullshit.
I don't know what to say other than I don't know. That's what happens when something
You are what you are. You eat what you eat.
I was gonna say that happens to Chris and I sometimes when we do a gag or a joke or something, and then other people do it a lot, and we're like, oh, we can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like I can't do it anymore. It's really a weird feeling. It's almost it's a good but bad
No,
feeling.
it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you make dank memes, Zach.
Hot spicy.
Or
Dank
or when you
memes.
say stuff like water
Hot off the
people,
press.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's it.
Sometimes I feel like even I'm like exhausted, and I'm like, I wonder if people even want to see this anymore.
No.
I'm curious because this happens
People
to you.
do.
This isn't really but I'm curious to ask you about this because I've been around you when this happened before. It happened today, actually. What is your opinion? How do you feel realistically about people stopping you?
Stopping me? I don't mind it. If people are genuinely like, oh my god, I really want to talk to this person, like referring to me.
Right. I remember one time specifically. I remember you even commented on it because we were at a coffee shop. And someone was like, "Hey man, I love your video." And he walked out. That was the whole thing. I was like, "Oh, you."
That's good.
Like, oh, that was a cool interaction.
I'll give it a little anecdote. Was when we were with John. John was just standing there, and this guy comes up and goes, grabs John by the fucking neck, and goes, "Are you John?" And John was like, "Yeah." And then John was being really courteous and nice to this guy. And was like, "Yeah, you got a picture and all this." But this guy was like literally just grabbed a human being by the fucking neck.
Well, it's
by
not,
the neck,
it's not
dude.
just that.
The thing
It's
is
also he did say something like he insulted you, which was like.
They insulted Niall?
Oh, he did insult me.
Niall.
That this guy, John said something like, "Oh, he's Brad Pitt," as a joke, and then this guy goes, "You're looking horrible for being Brad Pitt."
Oh yeah,
And I
that's
go-
right.
And then I was like, "Well,
Now
thank
could
you."
only look down.
You're
Yeah, we're gonna full fuck up.
Something really similar happened to me when Aaron was in Ireland with me. He noticed us all in a group. It was me, Aaron, Susie, Barry, and then
Yeah, and me too.
Oh, and you.
I
and
remember
then
that. Yeah.
The kid just runs up to me and fucking grabs me like a bear. And I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Also,
and,
we
and he
were-
was like, "Big fan," and he ran away. And I was just like,
Also, that day we
"I thought he robbed me or something."
We went to McDonald's. We went to
gypsies,
McDonald's
dude.
that day, and the guy who worked at McDonald's was cleaning his tray, and he dropped his tray when he saw Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
And then he came over to us with like a piece of paper, and he goes, or with a napkin.
Oh,
He
he was
goes,
like-
"Can you sign this?" And he asked like me to sign it, and I was like, "Hey, I'm signing an autograph."
He didn't know who you
Let me just, you know what?
Even though I was nobody, I was like,
I have something to say about this. I think it's a product of the times. I think anybody who grew up in our generation would, maybe they would, I don't know, or at least some people in our generation, but the one previous would never do that shit where they run
I
up and
couldn't
hug you.
Yeah.
When I first met like Real Big Fish, because I met him. Like I met, this is before I made the music video for them. So
really?
if I was to be like, "Hey, I made that music video," they probably know who I was. I don't
yeah, they do.
made a
Though.
music
That probably,
Real
that
Big
probably
Fish.
makes me sound arrogant, but
They follow me on Twitter
Like-
because they know you.
anyways, I came up to them. He was going to his car with his girlfriend in his hand, and people were stopping him prior. And I went up to him and I couldn't say anything. I was just like, "Oh, big fan." And it was like, he's like, and I'm like, and he's like, "Oh," and then he left because I couldn't say anything.
I think
but it's like.
I think the nature of fandom has changed so much because the nature of celebrity has changed. Before,
But no-
bands and celebrities, they were such a distant thing. They were things you saw on TV or listened on the radio. But nowadays, with like YouTube and cartoons,
You feel like
and
you're
with
closer.
Facebook, or
You feel like
Twitter,
you're closer to
No,
them.
they do. The fans absolutely
Exactly.
feel like they are. Like in some cases, that they're your friends.
And
they talk
realistic-
to you.
realistically-
so I think that becomes
Well,
part of
YouTube,
the narrative.
YouTube makes it. The strength of YouTube is that you do seem like.
I used
that.
to see comments on gamers that would be like, people will listen to you guys and pretend they're your friends.
Yeah, they think that's the thing.
Or,
They
yeah,
think
but I
that-
think going back to like not to cut you up, I was going to
No,
say
it's-
this
it's
before,
good.
but the thing about like the new kind of wave of people not understanding social bounds and kind of grabbing you. I think that's also just a natural byproduct of people being online.
Sure.
That does attract a little bit bigger of a more socially kind of inept to some degree.
guess.
To some degree, socially inept. Because I mean, people for the most part who who consume a lot of content and generally get wrapped up in stuff to that degree, like obsessive, at least a portion of that is going to be a little bit obsessive.
I also do really think that there's like.
I'm not saying it's everybody, but I'm saying at least a portion of people, you're bound to run into some people like that.
I also do think there's like this buddy factor too. Like the more they listen to you, the more they listen to you, the more comfortable, the more stuff you reveal about yourself, the more comfortable they are around you. Sure. The more they'll listen to you outside of what you do and look into more of your stuff and see you. Yeah, and then when you meet up, they will be like. And I honestly prefer that.
Yeah.
I would completely fucking love. And when I was at MagFest last time, I ran into a ton of people who were just really cool. But it's like, I'm way more terrified of someone who's just like terrified to be near me. Like, if they're afraid to talk to me, then it's just like, that makes me uncomfortable.
But at the same time, no matter how close I am to certain people, it's not like I just randomly see you and just run up to you and give you a hug.
You need to know some value.
I think it should also be noted that people who think of you as their close friends, they're not mutually exclusive with people who are socially inept. It just happens to be. Absolutely. It just happens to be some people who happen to be socially inept.
People, yeah. Huh?
To answer your question, Phil, it doesn't bother me at all, like the whole fandom thing, until they fucking break a fucking like physical boundary or social boundary. If you acknowledge that I'm trying to have a flow with my day and I don't want to stop and fucking maybe I'm on my way to something.
I was gonna say, one of the lines for you is if you're sitting on the eating, if you're hungry.
That's the one that pisses me off. If I'm fucking eating. Oh, and somebody talks to me. Yeah. It's like, dude, I'm fucking eating.
Eating is the worst, apparently.
And there are times I feel like if you run into people and you're in a mood, like sometimes like Stamp or whatever, when we have like this phone call line or whatever, it's like we're opening up the line right now. Like when we're walking and someone's like, oh my god, and it's like, hey, you know what? I'm walking somewhere. You want to talk? Yeah, let's just cross the street. What do you have to say? You know what I mean? Like, you invited in. Let's have this conversation. Sure, that's fine. Yeah. But if they're literally stopping the shit, that's when it fucking.
If they stop it,
because you wouldn't do that to anybody else.
I also I don't know if our positions are specifically because our experience, but like if I saw somebody like if I saw like Larry David or something, I would run up and stop and I'd be like, dude, I'd tell somebody else I saw Larry David.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop him.
I would never approach him because then it immediately. I feel like it. But again, that's probably because we have the full context of.
Oh, by the way, I have a theory about it. It's everybody's first time. Everybody who meets you, it's their first time, and then after that, they reflect and go, "I should never do that again."
Well, I know because.
But we still get it.
I know all of us have had some experience where we met somebody we looked up to at least slightly. And we're like, did I fuck up?
I did it once.
Am I an idiot? Yeah.
I did it once. I did it to John Krasinski. I ran into him at the LACMA Museum in LA. And it was a long time ago. I was like 15 or 16.
What happened?
And I just said hi to him. And afterwards I went, I shouldn't have said hi to him.
That's really weird.
It was exactly what happened to all these other people.
Yeah.
I see a lot of situations where moms egg their kids on to do that.
What?
Where the kid will be like,
go talk to him.
Go talk to him. Go do it, Billy.
Didn't that happen to Ethan at the subway a few weeks ago?
I'm not sure.
We were on the subway and somebody approached Ethan.
I don't remember.
H3H3.
H3H3.
Is it he or H3H2? We've had this debate. It's he.
It's H3H3. He calls himself H3.
I mean, it's H3H3.
He calls himself H3H3.
But it stands for he.
It's H3H3, Nick, and you fucking know it.
No, hold on. No. It's
both. He.
No, it's he, but everybody calls it H3H3.
But so does he.
He calls himself H3H3.
Because everybody calls it H3H3.
Zach, what's it an anagram for? Fucking ham 3,
by the way, I think he's
hot
awesome
3?
and amazing and would.
He is. He's a
Where's
wonderful.
he gonna be the podcast?
Dude,
I don't know. Ask him.
Well, Ethan's
Zach.
He was gonna come today.
Was he really?
Yeah, but he douched out.
Oh my god.
Ethan, if you're listening, fuck you. You don't come on.
Ready or not, here we come. We got questions from our Patreons. Okay, John Nathan D asks, have you given any thought to living outside of the USA? If so, what country would you want to live in? Hold on.
No.
Also, as a bonus side question for Zachary Hadell, what country would be the safest when World War III breaks out, inevitably?
No. Next question, no.
No, you declined my question? The guy paid money to ask me that question.
He did.
Yeah, but Zach, let's get real. You're not leaving America.
I'm not leaving America. I love America.
What country do you think would be the safest during World War III?
Nuclear war
You've already stapled
World War III, dude. It's fucking World War III.
Probably Ireland,
What, the crown?
No, you'd have fallout for Britain. Dude, it's so small. You'd have fallout for fucking Britain.
We'd hide in
Bubble
the hills.
pop of Let's Play.
I don't know, man. Greenland,
Let's Play crashes
Madagascar,
in the
man. I don't
fucking
fucking know.
Madagascar.
I'm thinking of the game Plague Inc. That's the only reason I said Madagascar.
You get eaten by
Madagascar?
Alex the lion.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like
what
a
about the
neutral
lion,
country.
the hippo, and the other animals that
get
escaped
eaten
from
by
the zoo?
Switzerland, maybe, I don't know, man. Switzerland,
No, don't go to Switzerland.
They're neutral. What do you mean don't go to
Don't you
Switzerland?
feel like they'd be just taken over by a bully?
No, Hitler didn't bother him. He was going to, but he didn't yet.
What happens when a big bully goes there and then the practices they practice?
It depends. I'll say this. It depends. It's a very big question. If you ask me specifics, I can answer it better. Sorry.
Well, I'm not. We're moving
you
on.
don't say the,
All right,
the,
so
the
you
question.
go to Switzerland.
We moving on. Brendan Ledesma
Well, that
asks,
pisses me off.
I know it does. The question
Why?
is, what would your last meal be?
A fucking egg. Move on.
My last meal would be something that would probably be hard to get.
How many? When you get a last meal, can you order like multiple last meals all bunched into one? Like, could I get like a bowl of pho with sushi and a bowl of
I
like?
don't see why not. Yeah.
You can.
I
think
don't know.
so.
What if you ordered that and then they were like, no, fuck you. We don't want to get you that. You can just have some fucking ravioli and get over it.
They can't do that though.
Why not?
I'd be generic and get lobster and
Why
steak.
If
not?
you're a
Something.
murderer, you get one last civil right, not your freedom, not your life.
What if they
even.
didn't do that?
You get a meal.
What if they just like kiss my ass? I'm not gonna do that.
That happens. That
How
happens
many
sometimes.
times? Yeah, how many times do you think that happened?
That probably
I got
happened to like
spaghetti
fucking like
bolognese
Ted
from
Bundy and
Carmine's.
shit. Like they were like, didn't you murder people? Fuck you.
Get a
Like
spaghetti
Ted
from
Bundy and all those
Carmine's.
people who were like mass
Yeah.
murderers. They
Okay,
probably,
fine. Fuck
they
that.
probably fucking
If you could get a last meal,
probably spit on their plate. There's like,
if
that's
Zach
what you get.
actually got caught for all of the fucking crimes against
Never
humanity,
gonna happen.
if it
I pull the
happened,
teeth out, stupid.
what would your last
Crush
meal
with the
be?
pixie dust.
Okay, John. If they caught you for all your indiscretions against social justice warriors across the Facebook sphere,
John,
Yeah.
what would be? They were gonna hang you in the public square.
Or to the heart of the guy who was gonna pull the trigger on my hanging.
Ooh.
John, can I ask
can't
you?
do
I want
Can I
it.
ask you a serious question,
I know what
John?
I want. I know what I want.
John, do you ever wake up in sweat and you think about the time your hands were around a little girl's mouth and she screamed for her mother?
I don't think about
And all you could
I
say
don't think
was,
about
"You're
it.
gonna die. You're gonna die. This is real."
I don't think
This
about
is
it because
real,
if
you're
I
gonna
think
die."
about it,
Hey,
they'll find me.
Listen.
John, did you think the human eyeball could be
Zach!
so easily pierced by your
Zach,
thumbs,
Zach,
jamming into her brain?
Zach, I would order escargot,
Do you even know what that is?
and then I didn't like it. I'd ask for something else. I'd be like, I
You're
don't.
one of those
I'm
people.
like, I didn't like it.
I'm so glad I never served you at a
I
restaurant.
want
I'd punch
scallops.
you in the face.
I want scallops.
Chris, what would you
Fuck
order?
is a
Finest
scallop
mussels.
anyway?
I don't know.
I
What's
love
going
crusty
on?
scallop.
What would be your last meal? If you were on prison, death row, you're gonna die right in 5-10 minutes.
It'd be jalapeno. It'd be jalapeno pizza and
No,
Pepsi.
it would not. It would be your filthy sharp tongue. It would be Premier from Wexford.
What does that even mean?
It's like
Come on, Jesus, son, King of the Jews! The holy water's coming out of his side.
What are you doing?
What is that?
I'm losing it.
You call me a whack-tacular attack, idiot? Fuck you. Next
Whack-tacular
Alright.
attack.
But no,
Did you
I
hold on, Corey? Did he call you a fucking whack-tacular attack?
No, that's his fucking native language.
I want to point fingers.
Corey, I think we gotta talk. Like we gotta sit down and really talk.
This is
about
made
this.
of
We're gonna
fucking
have an
Pee-wee
intervention
Herman
later.
language, dude.
We'll have an intervention later. For now, Stephen or Stefan McCullum asks, what is the one question you would ask us? As in the fans.
Can you fuck off?
Can you watch the podcast and ask questions
You
that we
didn't hesitate
understand?
at all. You've been waiting for that question your whole life.
No.
To just tell that to your
It
fans.
was a joke.
Mine would be like, ask us the most personal fucking question you've ever goddamn.
You can't ask him to ask a question.
I would ask
That's,
them.
that's like a genie thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's like the cyclical logic.
What will the hottest one of you come?
Yeah.
And be my girlfriend.
How you doing
Yeah,
today,
which one of
dude?
you wants to suck my dick?
How you
Or
doing
something
today,
like
John?
that.
Come here. John, seriously, come here.
Why do I gotta do this?
How you doing today, dude? What's up?
Are you who are you talking
The
to?
fans, dude. How you doing today? You look cute. In that.
I'm not playing your fucking mind games.
Don't
Zach.
kiss me, John. I'm embarrassed. Ooh, my penis.
I have
Ooh.
to wipe this
Hey,
light off that.
I think this one's for Chris, I think.
Oh.
Hugo Condi asks, whoever knows the least about Harry Potter... Oh, no, never mind. Could you please summarize the series and then all kiss?
Fucking Four Eyes points a brown stick and turns his brother into a snake. The end. Next.
That's not what
I
happened.
think we got it.
I know what happens. I know what
That's the
happens.
Netflix description
I know what happens.
for every fucking movie.
I know what happens.
There we go.
Like some fucking Melvin Four Eyes stuck under the floorboards is released into the Hogwarts, like the school, and he learns he's a witch.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the last one about?
He dies because the evil snake dude was
You gotta split to episode 1 from the floorboards, Corey. See, Clay, it's called an arc.
Finally gets you that too.
avid
You
Harry
get reminded
Potter
of that
fan.
every few episodes.
As an avid Harry Potter fan, I'm deeply offended by this misinterpretation.
Am I
I
right?
would like to pass over
Am I
this
partially
question.
right?
No, get out.
Well, okay, he lived under stairs. So, come on.
He did
He lived in the
man who
stairs and he fought a fucking snake man. He's a reptilian, dude. He's
Okay,
a
wait, wait,
reptilian.
so-
Man
is
who was
this
forced to live
inaccurate?
under
Is this
stairs
inaccurate?
becomes Twitch.
He
Some
becomes
fucking-
Switch. He becomes Switch. Kills the you debit.
Yo, some freakish four-eyed Melvin
saying?
kills an albino.
No.
Is that Harry
No.
Potter?
First movie,
No, that's not Harry
he
Potter.
lives under the stairs. His Uncle Vernon looks through the cracks of the floor, goes ah, and points at him.
You would actually do good
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You go
It was one of those. It was as it was really.
what is going on over
Guys,
there?
if you could collaborate with anyone at any point, who would it be? Bladen Austria asks.
JonTron.
You wish,
Okay,
dude.
if you didn't have a dick in your mouth while you were answering this question, who would you work with? If you could work with anybody.
Robin Williams.
All right, fuck you.
I'm not kidding.
Pre or post death?
Okay, but somebody.
I want to work with Robin Williams' dead corpse.
Okay, wait. So somebody who's alive now.
I think pre and post death.
He's gotta be alive.
Who would I like to collaborate with?
Seriously, anybody.
Filmwave. John, tell me it's not Filmwave.
It's not film with. Hold on, I want to actually answer this.
Try it.
Damn, dude.
Please.
Well, does it have to be somebody? Could it just be anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody in the whole world.
Because no, but I mean, if you say like I want to collaborate with Danny DeVito, it's kind of
I know who I want.
unrealistic.
I know who I want.
No. They're asking.
I know who I want to collaborate with. Pamper Chew.
Okay, that's fair.
Pamper Chew.
That's fine.
I love Pamper Chew.
Hey y'all, it's Pamper
You may
Chew.
have a skit in your mind that would only work if the actual Pope wanted to
No,
do it with you.
Pamper
Oh,
Chew.
I know. I
Pamper
would love to
Chew
do
is where you
Christopher
go
Walken.
for
Good for
Goodwill.
Walken, okay.
Pamper Chew is where you go for Goodwill diapers and like the most professionally done like reviews of diapers.
I would say Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald, okay.
Ooh, Norm Macdonald's a good one.
He'd be good.
Chris Walken, Norm
what
Macdonald.
about you?
Gianna Michaels.
Fucking porn star?
Yeah.
You know, I think she's from Seattle.
How come?
She's from a
Good.
place called Dick's, too, ironically.
I'm gonna be the
So I want to go with like some fucking Z
What, I'm
minus
curious.
celebrity.
I'm
You'll-
curious. What would happen if we retooled it to be dead or alive? What would you rate to be there? Would it be Rob Williams?
Rob Williams. Well, I couldn't bring much to the table there, but I love Rob Williams. Is the point of this?
They're saying hypothetically you could
You just
collaborate
stand
and
there and
they
let him
come
do
to
his
you.
thing?
It's a hard question to answer because if I
Carrey.
have to like legitimately think
Oh,
about
man,
like
Jim
me working
Carrey.
with any
Jim
of these
Carrey would
people,
be funny to watch
it's hard
and sit
because
with, 'cause
it
he'd
wouldn't
be
really
funny.
work. But what
It is.
I would love to have worked with somebody.
And
like
there's
that.
the misconception, or the possible misconception
Tom
of what
Hanks?
what
I was
you
thinking of Tom
perceive
Hanks.
working with them would be versus what it would actually be
Yeah.
like to work with these people.
Have you ever seen?
This is just a question of like who's your
Have you
favorite
ever seen?
celebrity.
That's true.
Have
yeah.
you seen Jim Carrey in Liar Liar? How he acts in that? Like,
I love Liar,
He's all
Liar.
very like lively and
Yeah,
shit.
stunts are
I
good.
would like to have old Jim Carrey as my partner.
Jess Lesser asks, would any of you consider moving to Australia?
No,
That's a fucking no.
I would say,
Absolutely.
yeah, I've never been
Absolutely
there,
not.
but I want to see it.
fuck
It's a
no.
magical land to me.
I would like to visit it, but I'm not going to fucking.
What do you have, an opera house that looks like somebody fucking put a bunch of hats on the floor? Fucking like not even in an
love the
organized
fact
fashion?
Everything kills you there. Everything from the bugs to the sun
To the people.
to the
The
people,
people, to the
everything
rules,
kills
to
you,
the laws,
and everything
to
is
the civilization.
beautiful.
Now the real answer is Australia seems like a really nice place. I heard the spy.
Too bad they're afraid of like sodomy and shit like that.
Oh yeah, their government is
Yeah, I
really
thought
weird.
that
They
was
censor
England.
shit a lot.
no,
Tony-
dude,
Tony
you
Evans is
can't,
retarded.
you can't
Yeah.
have anal.
He's
in-
like
in
George
there
Bush,
until you're like fucking
Australian
like
version.
old man.
The English like censored
You
like
can't do
squirting
anal
and
until
stuff.
you're an old
Hold on,
man. Because when I went to school in Malaysia, all of my Australian
Blasphemy.
friends called the local Malays abos.
Yeah, they call
all
them
the time.
abos.
And I didn't even know. But that was like a term. They just throw that shit
So
around.
yeah, I would like to visit Australia. But they can kiss my.
I didn't even
fucking
know what an
ass if they
abo
think I'm
was.
moving there.
That was a big one, ain't it, Chloe? I love Australia. Fuck you, never going there.
I mean, to me, I'm just kidding. Australia actually seems pretty cool
It does. I mean,
For visiting.
for visiting. Yeah,
beautiful people
What?
come out
No,
of there.
seriously, it seems really
That's all I
cool.
gotta say.
Australia's the only place, and I know there's probably one or two more.
They
but
walk
like,
around with
one
big
of the only
scissors and cut your tits off if they're too big.
One of the only marsupials that lives outside of Australia is the
What are you talking
possum.
about?
Oh, okay.
They
And
do.
that's the stupid
government
American
does
one.
But I'm
They
just
get hit
saying,
by cars all the time.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like Australia is cool because it has a complete sect of animal that most other parts of the world.
That's
don't have.
right.
Who's
It's like
Iceland?
they had to
Iceland.
adapt. It's like a different planet.
It's like a, what do you call it? Biologist's wet dream in Australia. Because
Absolutely.
it's really cool.
A biologist's wet dream is Sasquatch.
And you know, just to be fair, nobody.
we talk about Sasquatch?
When we said everything in Australia kills you, including the people, we didn't mean the actual Australians. We meant the people that started Australia, as in all the convicts.
We're talking about guys with the bones through the nose.
The
I was
vermin
talking about the
that
people.
exists on that fucking island of trash. I'm just kidding. I want to live there. I want to see it.
Hey, look, I'm not like a fan of places that are like fucking sunny 365 of the year, but like it does seem like a really nice place.
You grew up on the planet of LA. What are you talking about?
Do you hear the alarm? Boop, boop, boop. That's the Bigfoot alarm.
Robert Baxter Ricketts asks, if you could have a fight with any one person, who would it be? I don't have one answer, but
Stephen Hawking.
You fucking asshole.
I would win that so fucking fast.
You would knock him out of his
beep boop, faggot. Bam.
You just fucking like pull the plug on his chair and just watch him roll down a
pour
fucking
water
ramp.
on that fucking sad faggot.
I would have H3H3,
fuck
aka Hee write a list. Every single person he's posted a video about, I've wanted to fucking punch in the face.
Wait, hold on. What is the question?
If you could fight one person, who would it be?
You would hit Papa John's?
Yeah.
Square in the jaw.
Right in the face. And then ask for unless he gave me a pizza.
Don't fucking touch the Papa.
This is towards Chris and but he ain't here. Tim O'Neill, I'm assuming also a potato eater, asks, how has life changed since moving from Ireland to the States? Do you miss being home? Also, Galway represent?
Galway?
Yeah.
The biggest change was the ease of the internet. In Ireland, when I lived, it was the worst internet ever, and it made my job a living hell. And the internet company Aircom was the absolute worst. They wouldn't help in any way, and they kind of, it got worse every year, and then other companies didn't help either. So moving here to a place with fucking the fastest internet ever is really nice, and it made my life way easier.
Internet is like a way of life here, like without problems.
You know what's funny? You say that, but America actually has one of the slowest fucking internet connections.
Not compared to Ireland.
Not in the main cities.
Ireland's
maybe
probably
like
better
nationally.
now, but
internationally.
This is like 2 years
I mean,
ago.
like maybe like in the smaller parts of the country, but like in the big cities, it's pretty fast. Mine at home is 300 megabits per second.
Yeah, that's what we got
it's
here.
Really
it's
fast.
fucking great.
Even in Philly, especially like here, they were saying like it doesn't matter how awesome some of these like services are, they're still using like old wiring and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like
that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their infrastructure's newer. We're actually getting there every day in the city in New York. They're like drilling for new. I was walking and I saw. It was funny because you know how fiber optic cables like shoot the red light out.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of those cables. They were putting them in. They're in. It's like it's happening just slowly.
Got it.
Next 20 years, I'm sure everything will be fast ass fiber optics.
All that Let's Play shit will be coming out even faster. Brett Bobinski asks,
nice fake name.
What would your porn star name be?
Oreo O's man.
I would be Poopy Dick Parker. Next question.
Poopy Dick Parker, next question? You just got to, that's how we ended that? Zach, what's your porn name?
That's what I would be, dude. Poopy Dick.
Oreo O's man too.
I'd call you Zach Cooper 360.
Weed fucker 29, 69, 420. There you go.
Poopy Dick Parker, make a collab.
Hot weed. The numbers are really exaggerated.
Zach.
420.
I already have a porn star name, so
Poopy Dick Parker, make a collaboration with Weed Dick Fucker.
The porno of the year.
Vanilla Gorilla.
Vanilla Gorilla.
Weed Dick Fucker.
The hottest reptilian porno ever.
There you go.
Gray aliens and reptilian porn.
You give me hardcore. Stop.
You're making me stiff.
You know, like the.
I'm gonna
You know, like
squirt, Dad.
the like old ladies with like the eyeglasses way too big that are talking about all the gray aliens, all the gray alien husbands they have.
Cool. You ever walk in on Pops and he's rubbing his pussy?
All right, next question.
Here's actually kind of a serious one. I don't want to bring the mood down. Noah Forkish asks, I've actually wondered this myself sometimes. Why does Zach always wear sunglasses indoors?
There are 3 reasons. 1, severe brain cancer. Number 2, coolness. Number 3, mostly the brain cancer. Next question.
All right.
Why does Nick always wear a cap?
Because I'm bald.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trevor Hollock asks, what are your favorite movie soundtracks?
RoboCop.
No,
That's
not
favorite
funny.
movie.
Not
That's
funny.
favorite movie.
Honestly, it's just Star Wars. It's just
Really?
it wins. It has to. Star Wars is the best soundtrack of any movie of all time.
What about you, Chris?
Back to the Future.
Really?
That's a good one though. It really is good.
Yeah, I guess that's my answer too. I'll just go with that.
That was good.
I'll just go with Back to the Future.
Who are you, Corey?
I really like listening
You
to it
fucking
though.
shrug. You're one of the most musical of us.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say Ants with Woody Allen.
Fuck you.
No, Ants is fantastic.
That's a good
Right.
song.
Was it?
Just
Ants
an
is
ant.
fantastic.
I'm just an ant.
It's a really. I just sang the song. It's good.
I was just so like enamored by the fact that it was such a rip-off of Bug's Life that it was hard for me to actually.
Wrong, dude.
Well, I was.
Woody Allen did that.
I think
in the attic?
also like I was like 7.
Yeah.
And you were like 17, so maybe you saw it more than I
Wow,
did.
thanks for that, John. Fucking pointing out my.
All right, cut it.
I'm kidding. Everyone knows I'm old.
Is that a secret? You're not that old. It's not old.
I will say that one of my, I think one of my favorite initially, and I don't think it's fair because I don't think it's one of the best, but it was one of Thomas Newman's first breakout like major films, and it was Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack.
But yeah, that cello when they did that helicopter shot over the prison,
it's really eerie. It's cool.
The first time, I mean, you gotta remember the first time I fucking heard that, it was just fucking.
Yeah.
Question.
I also like Castaway soundtrack.
Can I change my genre to not movies but games? Because I've never talked about my favorite
Fine. What's
game.
your favorite game soundtrack?
Is Rocket Knight Adventures.
You mean the game where you're on a little fucking?
You're a rocket.
Oh, you mean the Genesis game with the raccoon?
Yeah. With the guy, he has like a rocket pack
That
on his
game?
thing. Dude, that soundtrack is fucking unbelievable.
Chris, who did the soundtrack for Castaway?
Oh.
Castaway has.
That is a really
I think
good
it's Alan
soundtrack.
Silvestri as well.
What else did he do?
I used
Back to the Future.
Also
that
back
was
then.
Wait, did he really do Back to the Future?
When
and
I was
Castaway?
little, my
I
favorite.
think it was Alan Silvestri, and he did Forrest Gump, and he did most of Robert Zemeckis' movies.
Actually, you know what has a really good soundtrack? The South Park movie, Bigger,
Yeah, it's
Longer, and
great.
Uncut.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I
That is one of the
love
best
that.
soundtracks
But that's
ever.
not quite
Yeah.
this. That's not quite. I think
I
what
would
the
say
question's
that's-
asking.
Like
I would say South Park. I watched it recently, like a week ago.
It's an amazing
I
musical.
forgot how good it was.
It's one of the best musicals of all time.
I would say it's one of the best comedies of all time and one of the best animated of all
It's
time.
amazing.
One of the
So
best musicals of all time.
because it has it all. It has the comedy. It has the feels. It has. It's. So
I
good.
know. I remember it was really good because I hadn't
was
seen like
in-
YouTube, but I watched it and forgot how great it was.
No, it's
The
amazing.
idea,
It's amazing.
I
It's 10
love
out
the
of 10,
notion
honestly,
you
it's
brought up that I
It
was
is,
10
it is.
years older because I was old enough to be in the theaters when that movie came out, and we couldn't get any seats but the first fucking row. And when the Uncle Farker song came on, literally myself and a few others, not ironically, not in any other way, we were on the floor. Just because we'd never seen anything like that on the big screen.
The way it is
fucking
like
unbelievable.
the movie's totally clean until that part.
Yes.
It just all comes out at that part.
And just like the scene with the Canadian the police officer in the street.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
start
yeah.
doing the fart like.
Dude, let me
montage
just say-
I
Hold
listened
on.
to the comment. I just want to say one thing. I listened to the commentary. It was really funny. They mentioned the fact that they wanted to time it to where people in the movie were leaving the theater, the same people in real life were leaving the theater with their kids. So at the part where Uncle Fucker starts happening, in the movie, the people start leaving the theater.
Yeah.
And they wanted to time it so people in the real theaters would start leaving too. I think it's a really smart idea.
Dude, let me just say, I was like, I don't remember when that came out, 1999?
Yeah, 9. Yeah,
7?
No, it was 9.
Anyways,
Sorry.
I was right that age, 10, when that shit was out on DVD and
Yeah.
stuff. And that's when, like, I'd heard about it, obviously, and we'd heard it had the record fucks in any movie
Right,
ever.
200 whatever or something.
and-
So you were the kids.
I
in
was
that.
dude, a magical time, a magical perfect moment in
Yeah.
history. I was 10 years
You were
old.
that age.
I tricked my aunt into renting it for me. I said, it's just a cartoon, because my uncle wouldn't let me do it.
And they just look at the cover and they're like, oh
I
yeah.
got it. I watched it fucking like 10 times in a row. My uncle found it.
Yeah.
I rented it. And he said, "I'm taking you home to your parents." And I cried.
Really?
And I cried. I cried. And he felt bad. He's like, "Okay, we're not gonna take you back. All right, I get it. That movie changed my life.
Do they see the movie and fucking understand why you
I
like
still
it?
think
it
that
was
movie
so
'cause it's
perfect
such
for
a good
so many
movie.
audiences.
I think they didn't
too.
really understand.
The high schoolers could not have imagined a movie like that would exist. Kids, that was exactly what it was, like a reflection towards
It's-
adults who could kind of see both sides. But it was just such a
It's seriously perfect from every angle. The musical,
Yeah.
the writing, the voice acting, the humor, the dramatic. It just hits every angle.
Yeah.
The satire.
It's
Yes.
hard. It's hard to
this
look
is
at
gonna
it now.
I know it's gonna sound really weird, but if we're being like, okay, so that's like musical like movies. But if we're talking favorite movies growing up, one of my favorite soundtracks of also all time was Homeward Bound. Does anyone remember that?
I
used to have
remember
that
it,
tape,
but I
dude.
don't
I used to watch
remember
it
the
all the time.
soundtrack.
I love
I
the
fucking wore that
soundtrack.
The
tape
dog
out.
and the cat were lost and going home.
Yeah, the two dogs and the cat.
Any
the
fucking movies with
soundtrack
talking
is
animals is always
amazing.
weird.
What about
You
Air
like that
Bud?
movie?
I hated Air
Nicky
Bud
likes
when I was a
Homeward
What
kid.
Bound.
about Space Buddies?
I hated it.
What about Space Jam? Michael Jordan was.
What about fucking
That was a
Ape?
good fucking soundtrack.
What about Ape on a
Come on,
skateboard? What's that
Sam!
called?
What?
Fucking Ape Monkey on a skateboard where he dies at the end?
Dunstan checks in.
Dunstan checks
do you
in.
get?
No, it wasn't with Jason Alexander. It was like this monkey screaming on a skateboard and like goes through a brick wall.
That
it was
was
horrible.
That was a snuff video
It was
in
a
real
snuff
life.
film. In front of Homeward Bound. It was
It
like,
was snuff.
it just explodes. It's horrible.
What?
It was a whole video of a guy breathing heavily, throwing monkeys
This guy
at the fucking
strapped a
walls.
monkey's feet to a
It's a
skateboard.
POV of a guy
He put a
breathing.
fucking metal rod, strapped it to it so it stood upright, and fucking ran it into a
Hammered
wall.
to his spine. It's a stuff of a guy breathing heavily. He takes a rock and the monkey's screaming. And he's just beating it. His brains begin to pour out. And the monkey bellows out louder for help. Monkeys, please help your friend. The man laughs. He chuckles.
Hey,
Horrible.
next question, Mike.
Humanity's real fucked up, John. It's the moral of that story.
Yeah, but that wasn't one of my favorite soundtracks, Zach. That soundtrack
Good
sucks.
soundtrack. It had the guy tapping his fingers and screaming. So yes, that's
Here's
my
a
favorite
quick
soundtrack.
serious one. Here's a quick serious one from Joe Tango. Question for Corey, Jeff, Chris, or anyone who wants to answer. Where should someone go to learn about making games?
What the fuck are they asking me for?
I don't know why.
The best way
Matthew
to...
Matosis.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Matthew Matosis.
What? Who's that?
He's a guy who knows his shit about games.
Does he do like YouTube videos?
Yeah, he
does-
reviews games. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Anything Blizzard did in the last 10 years,
Oh yeah, play good
don't
games.
do
Yeah,
that,
yeah. You know what you should do?
and you're
Play
good
games
to
that are
go.
fun.
Play games you like. Play games you want to make.
Yeah.
Play.
I don't know if anybody agrees with me
Matthew
on that.
Matosis is just he just talks for like 3 hours and he
What?
doesn't make any stupid jokes and
pretty
he
much.
just talks.
He's a
to-
genius.
Who?
He breaks games down. He fucking did like all the Mario games.
Did you guys see that 1 hour video of him like reviewing his autism medication from the cabinet? He was like, "This is the medication I take to
Listen,
keep my autism."
You do not
Well,
shit
the-
on fucking Matthew Matosis. I
But
won't
the video
stand
where
for
he's
that.
fucking drooling on his bib and
I
shitting
won't
in his
stand. I
diaper.
won't stand for bib drooling. I won't stand for him reviewing
He
his
fucking
autism
he
medicine.
shits in his drool and bibs on his shit, Corey. I don't give a fuck.
Von Noagala, my silver Impala asks, which TV series do you wish was destroyed before it got the chance to gain its popularity?
Brickleberry. Well, that's not really popular though.
Yeah, no, popularity. Because you can say the same thing about that fucking Bill. What comedian did that? The Ahmed, the terrorist.
Ahmed,
Jeff
the
Dunham.
terrorist.
Jeff Dunham, yeah, that thing didn't even see the light of day. Didn't they cancel that other fucking Seth MacFarlane show?
Yeah,
too?
Border Town.
Yeah, that
Holy
never even
shit.
Oh, it's canceled?
Yeah, it never saw the light of day.
Oh,
They never
oh,
even aired.
beautiful.
They
What happened?
fucking never.
Made that
They
season,
released
I
the
think.
I
trailer
wanna see
and they
it.
saw
What
the
happened?
feedback and they never
Seth
released
MacFarlane
it.
did another show, but it got canceled. Apparently, I'll look into it. But I mean, hopefully,
Yeah,
it
no,
does it right.
it's dude. It should have aired 8 months ago. It's
No, they
fucking
erased.
canceled.
No, apparently they erased its existence on the site. There is no mention of it anymore at all. You cannot even Google
It's
it.
only on
except
YouTube.
for like people talking about it.
Oh,
It's only
I
on
saw
YouTube.
that, the really racist one.
yeah,
shit
like
is
they're on.
terrible.
They're the Mexican border or whatever.
You're
That's right.
fucking Mexican.
Well, you're right.
Really
Mexifornia.
funny.
Who's Mexifornia?
Yeah, Mexican.
It's gone completely.
Apparently so.
Apparently
Wait, so
so.
just if I can go back to the question, is this
Yes.
asking a show that I've always hated that
You
is still
wish
going
was
on?
destroyed. That is a past tense. Which
Oh,
means,
easily. I fucking hated 12-ounce mouse.
So I'm assuming it's already become popular.
It was popular. People
was
somehow
kinda
wanted
popular.
it.
12-ounce mouse was never popular.
No,
That
it
was
was
never-
popular. I mean, like you wanted not to be.
Wait,
but I
can you
hated
say
it.
like Annoying Orange? Because that's like a YouTube series that then
I
became
never
a
watched
TV
it.
series.
Was
but
that
it wasn't
really
particularly
popular?
popular?
You could
on
say
TV.
annoying orange.
12 ounce is popular.
Wait, hold on. What's the question?
What
Which
TV show do you
TV
want?
series? TV series do you wish was destroyed
Yeah,
before it got
12
the
ounce.
chance to gain
12
its
ounce is
popularity?
mine. It's really hard to say because it's like you really have to hate a show.
I don't know. My Super Sweet 16.
I don't know that I really
It's the most
hate any
worthless
shows
show
that
on
bad.
TV.
Yeah.
Let me think.
That you wish it wasn't made. Like it's on TV and you're like, how
Like
did this
there are
get
things
made?
I felt like. By the way, can I
How
just
about
say?
Caillou? That fucking sucks.
Can I?
Get rid of that. Caillou was fucking a waste of time.
Can I point out if you have Hulu, please go to the original series section and look at Mother Up.
Mother Up
Forget
is the
about
best
it.
shit.
Forget about it. And what's the other one? There's a third one. And
The
then
Awesomes?
The Awesomes.
The
No,
Awesomes.
just a side note.
Oh, Awesomes! Cut. Yeah, that fucking drop that in a nuclear waste
Hulu
bin.
original animated programs are a waste of time. Take notes, Hulu. You fucking
Seriously,
suck.
no. I mean, watch those three.
Dude,
Watch. Forget
fucking
about it.
Mother Up
and
honestly makes me sick.
It shows you how to not write a show. It is that bad.
Mother Up is like the worst show I've ever seen.
Is that the
air,
one with
ever.
like the bitch mom who like has
Yeah,
kids?
yeah.
And every character is off model and looks different all the time. It's horrible.
It's basically about a mom who's like too good for her kids. She's just like, here, order food. Just put it on my card.
I mean,
She's like a cunt.
Doug should have been deleted before it went on TV.
Doug?
Yeah.
You know, I don't like Doug either. Do you not like Doug?
Doug sucks.
Holy shit, I'm like the only person who
Whoa,
Patty Mayonnaise, you're fucking
Hey, maybe, you know what? I feel like it's too hateful to say Doug, but like if I had to pick one, I did not like Doug. I did not like Doug.
I used to want it to be over. Yeah.
See, you guys say Doug, but I go back even further. I think there are shows that were out of our time frame because I look at the original Peanuts series and I think that was trash.
Fuck you. Peanuts is great.
Yeah, see, you
It
see
is
in a
great. I
retro-
grew up
Hey,
on that.
you
Peanuts
see
is
it in a
great.
retro.
Nick the Peanuts?
Leave it.
Yeah.
Peanuts
That's
oozes
right.
What are you,
charm.
fucking
Charlie
Hitler?
Brown.
Peanuts fucking oozes charm.
Leave it.
about
Leave it to Beaver. Fucking sucked. Every
Peanuts,
time that
this
shit was on, I
guy?
hated
Don't
it.
fuck with
You know
Peanuts.
what?
You know what I
Don't
hate?
fuck with
Christmas specials.
Leave it to Beaver.
And by
Was
the way,
fucking terrible.
I hate kids
Listen,
smiling. Doesn't
you
that just
kids
piss
in
you
your
off?
retro shows, you can put your fedoras on backwards next time.
That's
But
so
now-
wrong.
Mouse.
You know what?
Leave it to Beaver. All these movies,
Proud
all these
Family
shows, nobody
around.
fucking watches.
Peanuts was the least fun of all of them.
Hold on, let me
We
ask
had
you
all
something.
sorts of fun cartoons. We had fucking robots
Garfield.
changing into shit.
You're talking about the fucking
Garfield.
60s.
Garfield sucked too.
Garfield
How
Peanuts is the
dare
60s.
you? Wait, hold on. You might have had a
The
different
cartoon
Garfield
show
than me.
Garfield sucked.
I like Garfield and Friends or whatever the show was.
That wasn't it.
the bad
The
one.
original one.
There was another one?
Are you telling me
Original.
you sat around and
Not
watched
the animated barn one,
Peanuts
not the barn one.
Halloween special?
did.
And you were like,
I
oh,
watched-
this is the stuff.
I watch The Great Pumpkin every year. I watch
like
You know what?
that
You
shit.
probably got fucking
No.
halls and toothpicks for Halloween.
I
too.
got tasty
You
fucking candy.
mothballs in
You
your
got a
fucking
rock,
Christmas
just like
sock.
Charlie Brown. So fuck you.
You only like it because you look like the stinky looking kid.
You're fucking Charlie Brown, motherfucker.
Yeah,
His
I'm
hand
cool,
was
man.
rounded.
You're the fucking bag on the piano who slouches
Yeah.
like a crypt keeper.
Way
you
cooler
fucking
than you
freak.
fucking smell
He got
stink
zero
like that.
pussy. He got zero pussy.
He would
pussy
have got
than your
pussy.
dick.
He would have
Charlie
got.
Brown got tons
He
of
would have
pussy.
got. He
Fuck
would have
you.
got
Yeah, for
Julianne
fucking idiot
Beth's
bitches
pussy.
who lift the football
She
before
would,
it
yeah,
gets
that
hit.
bitch wanted his dick 90% of the time. She was like, "When are you gonna fuck this little girl pussy?" And he was like, "Ain't interested."
Yeah, Julia Roberts is an alright actress, but she's not the best. Fucking.
And while we're at it, third trimester abortion, come on!
Fuck Tweety Bird and fuck.
All right, guys.
Tweety Bird's cool.
Serious question.
Tweety Bird's a little bitch.
Yo,
Sylvester
Tweety
was
Bird,
cool.
Tweety Bird is a girl or a guy?
Fuck Tweety
No,
Bird.
shut up. Tweety Bird's a girl or a guy?
Guy.
Can I say,
Guy.
please, can I please just plead with the audience, please? I'm just asking. Would you come on Tweety Bird's face? Because the answer for me is absolutely yes.
I'd come on Tweety Bird's feet.
I'd come to
All
fucking
right.
bird's seat.
I would literally,
big fat
I would
toes.
take it, I would ring his
Corey.
fucking miniature like worm neck in, and I'd punch his face until there was nothing left but a fucking glittering pulp.
Corey, you told me.
I would beat him down.
Corey.
It would be Sylvester.exe. That's what it would fucking be after I was done with him.
Wait,
Corey, you told me you would look at Tweety Bird, those big eyes of hers and color or his.
baby
He'd
blue.
be like, I tied it up.
If
What?
What the fuck?
Tweety Bird would be like a really hard mess to clean up. I feel.
That's true too.
What if you killed it or
Like
fucked
if you smacked it on the head with
Chris.
a hammer and blood went like.
Chris.
Plus, Tweety Bird is very vengeful.
Chris, what if you took Tweety Bird and stuck him into a fucking microwave?
It would fucking explode and there'd be blood everywhere.
Condensed the mess. You
No,
see
it wouldn't
later.
be
Speaking of Tweety Bird in a microwave, Earwig asks, a wizard turns you all into girls, who's the hottest? I think maybe Chris
Me
or
for
if,
sure.
if Zach
Chris,
was
I
a
vote
really
Chris.
slutty bitch, maybe.
Oh, I would totally be a whore if I had the
Corey,
body.
I'd fuck
Corey,
you.
you're her now, you little
I would
slut.
absolutely be a
But we're
slut.
talking about it as a
Fucking
girl.
slut.
I would have a hot body and would have dicks in me at all times.
Whoa.
That's you right now,
What if we
Corey.
just all agree, Jeff?
But I don't have a body, so that's why I don't.
You don't have a body.
If Jeff was a girl, he'd have the biggest lips.
I have like the rudest body.
He'd have the
It's so
biggest.
clinical of
He'd
you.
have the biggest lips and the biggest tits.
You'd have the nicest eyes.
Me?
Prettiest smile.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff does have a very nice eye stare.
Yeah. If he looked at you, okay, guys. Okay, we gotta move
He's
on.
gonna get mad.
Yeah, he's gonna hear this and fucking punch somebody.
Okay, go.
Here we go with the last question because this very well may be something that you guys have to think about tonight. All right? Are you ready? From Adrian to everyone.
Yes.
What's your favorite drink?
It's pretty simple.
Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea.
Whiskey guy. It doesn't matter what's in the whiskey. Just any kind of whiskey is
There was a whiskey bar that I'll talk to you about it later in San Diego.
I'd like to hear about it.
It was
San Diego has
fucking phenomenal.
San Diego has a great downtown district,
dude.
Here's the thing, because I'm,
fuck LA, dude. San Diego's got food and drink.
Yeah, that's right. That's on the mark there. Because I grew up in that area, and it didn't used to be like that, but it has really blown up in the last 10 years.
Microbreweries and a whole bunch of other shit really.
The Gaslamp district kicks ass,
dude. It's intense.
So what
really
it's intense? How
San Diego is like what LA wishes it was.
I think they have the it's just condensed enough that they can, and enough money there. There's enough money there, and enough affluence, and enough.
Well, it's also just like a city that can fit
enjoy
its.
And fit.
Well, the city, its population has not overgrown it. Like
right.
It's just it works.
Yeah.
It has the accommodations to be a city.
I
It's
like,
nice.
Can you go into the
And it's right next to the ocean. It's beautiful.
I
San
like,
Diego's really nice.
I like Shirley Temples.
I know you do.
They're really good.
You love Shirley Temples. What about you, Zach?
Well, like I said, you said you got
Whiskeys.
What about you, Mick?
Man, my favorite drink. To be perfectly honest, it's probably penis. I love to drink just cups o' penis. Cup o' penis is my favorite lunch. Occasional midnight snack. Vodka. I would say
The devil haunts me.
I wish we had a camera. I wish that was the thumbnail for every episode.
Guys, let's all do it yourself right now. You guys ready? Let's call us out.
Alright, okay.
You good guys, I think this place is haunted. That doesn't spook you.
Is that like that's like
John,
a
sing us, John, sing us out. Sing us out, John.
What?
Sing us out.
Your best Middle Eastern voice.
Fatherland, fatherland, show us a sign. Your children have waited to be.
Bom bom.
The morning will come when the world is mine. Tomorrow